And I think they got up to like 7 or 3.
I can't pick individual ones, so I gotta go either like
just go with the
20, 30, or 50.
Yeah.
So
hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Seb.
And Lionel, and this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Woo! Let's go. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? Episode 187, bro. Oh my God, we're 13 episodes away from 200. Today we read in One Piece chapter 1136. It officially released this Sunday. For those of you that read it a little early, shame on you. The translation happened to change quite a bit, in my opinion. And listen, man, it's going to be an exciting episode. For those that read the chapter and probably thought that there wasn't much to go from, there was, I'm going to be honest, I felt like there was a lot to talk about. There's going to be a lot to talk about. And Lawrence was just saying the same thing before we came on air. So, listen, man, we'll be reviewing the chapter. We're going to start taking calls afterwards as well, if we have time. And we're going to be talking about your super chats. So, yes, if you send super chats, they will be read and we will discuss it upon the pod. Also, if you do send super chats, just remember, if we're mid-conversation or we're talking about the chapter overall, we might not hit your super chat right away. But either way, I just want to say thank you for sending them. It greatly supports the show, and we appreciate you. Me and Sebastian recently had our worst Discord takes, part 2. It was a vibe.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
We weren't able to get through a lot because of the number of super chats that we got. But we are truly appreciative of that stuff, guys. And if you guys do want to check that out or see if you made the list so far, I don't know how deep we've gotten. We have like 60 left?
We got 60 left, yeah. We only got through 10.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
And then, so if you can't super chat, please do not super chat. Just hit that like button, share it with a friend, and that does more than you already know. To everyone that's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, thank you, bro, for listening. Thank you, miss, for listening. We appreciate you. Give us 5 stars and leave a nice comment if you can. And also, if you want to send us mail, send it to our P.O. Box. It's in our video description below. But the agenda today is I really want to hit calls, but I really want to get through the chapter. So we'll do everything, comfortably. But other than that, let's say what's up to chat, and let's see what super chats we have.
I see Justin Tyson in the chat, Reset Chowdhury in the chat, New Chef, the Broker's here. Broker, what up? Tenacity, Icefish, Pillage 357. Oh my God, KSG2, 𝙏𝙚𝙪𝙢𝙗𝙪, NYC Anime Nerd. So many out here, bro. A lot of repeat names. Austin Hart, King Ray, Justin Holland, Roanoa Ronan, The Finesser, Dempsey 𝙁𝙱𝐸, Carlos Cancel Medina, It's Motions, Sid Nakama, Skylance is here. What's up, Skylance? Night Lion. I think I said Dempsey 𝙁𝙱𝐸 already. Young Lou, Monraj, Bohaj, Roy Stokes. What up, Roy? T-Dog, Toji. So many of y'all. Just hit that like button if you haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. I do see about 240 people in here, but only 85 likes. 89 likes. So hit that like button. It does truly help. But before we get everything started, we did get $100 super chat.
It ain't Trent again, right?
From Young Bull Trent.
Oh my God,
this is wild, man. It's wild,
Trent, bro.
Thank you.
Trent, bro. You don't work at Amazon.
I don't know what Trent do, bro.
I don't know what he does, but it's definitely working.
Listen.
If eggs and chicken a little bit more than it used to be, he ain't worried about it, man. He like, it's okay, yo. Maybe the farmers need some more bread, yo.
I just know whatever Trent is into, it can't be legal. So free Trent. Hashtag free Trent. I support, bro. You feel me?
Right. Yo, Trent, man. Thank you so much, bro. Yo, and he went crazy on the Discord stream.
Bro, he dropped like 300, maybe 400 on the Discord stream.
Man. We ain't pocket watching.
I am. Put me on, bro.
What you doing, bro? Tell us what profession.
Let me get a job application, dog. You feel me? It's tough out here.
Hey man, Trent our sugar daddy now.
All right,
At this point, he our sugar daddy, bro. Listen, man, we gotta ask Trent if we want to go out or not. At this point,
We asking Trent, can we do one more hour?
Trent get the live direct feed to Marv and just start, hey man.
he got the red phone. Hey Marv, man, cut this. Don't cut it yet. Yo, Trent, man, thank you, brother.
Trent say, we done when I say we done. I don't know. But Trent, thank you so much. Trent did say, let's go. We get another great stream. Hashtag Broker was right. Hashtag Topped on Top. Hashtag Justice for Broker. Hashtag Blackbeard is mid. Hashtag Seb is Carl Winslow. Hashtag Larry the GOAT. Yeah, you missed it, Lars. They said I look like 80s sitcom dad
80s.
on the last
Yo,
stream,
you really
bro.
did, bro.
I did, bro.
I
You
can
look
see
like
him.
Carl's Winslow.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was literally about to
Yeah,
say
you
that.
really did,
I don't
bro.
look like Carl Winslow.
Yo, you did, bro.
I don't look.
Who's your Urkel, man?
Probably.
Okay.
You got the glasses.
Urkel don't wear shades, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh my bad. You Stefan, huh?
Stefan.
That nigga Lionel Urkel?
You gonna play Lionel like that?
He not here, man. He got here to defend himself. You call me Carl Winslow, bro?
Would that make me Eddie Winslow?
No.
I was gonna say.
You. I'm trying to think of anybody light skinned on the show.
There really was never
Wasn't it?
anybody like
Shout out to Family Matters, yo.
Your turn.
Yo,
There
shout
really
out
wasn't,
to
bro.
Family Matters,
They
yo.
really didn't have anybody light skinned
Yeah.
that I remember.
man.
Yeah. Because even Myra was a little darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Family Matters, man. Was it the mom? I don't know.
Nah.
We got another two. Nah, the mom was dark skinned too. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the aunt was light skinned. There it is.
I'm the aunt.
I guess. Well, but thank you so much, Trent. We got another €2 from the broker. It says, my Hajrudin theory doesn't look so crazy now. LOL with a smiley face. Lawrence was adamantly against you saying that just now before the stream started. So if you want to speak your piece on it.
I was like, I don't know how you see it, though. We'll see, Broker. We'll see.
We'll see. Another 5 from Justin Holland. It says, yo, what's up, guys? How's y'all Mondays been? And if an object eats a devil fruit like a dog gun in Alabasta, will it stay in the object till it's destroyed?
Yeah. I would suggest so,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't even know. How do you unalive an object, for real? I mean, I guess it becomes sentient because the dog gun did and the elephant sword did.
I think it would all have to be in one piece.
I guess you just obliterate it. I don't know. And our Mondays have been dope. We get to do this.
Yeah.
And, yeah. We got another 5 from Rono Ronan. It says, it's only 6 of us watching tonight on the big screen because the other 4 are watching college football. They're lame and they're lost. It's topped all day. Thank you.
Thank you,
I know
Brody.
it's the national championship today.
Yeah.
So go Notre Dame just because they got a black coach. That's really it. I don't really watch too much college football. I was rooting for the Longhorns, but we lost. So another 5 from King Ray. It says, I'm broke, Larry. I'm broke. and you got the power to change that.
Do I?
I'm broke, Larry. I'm broke. You got the power to change that. I should have read that in that way originally. My bad. Hashtag Larry Text. Hashtag Bust It Open. Hashtag Topped Off. Thank you, King Ray. Another 7 Canadian from Skylance. It says, yo, I'm still like 12 chapters behind. Is Usopp still useless?
Spoiler alert. Yes. Absolutely.
I wasn't gonna say it. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. We got another 10 from Cam the King. It says, first live I get to be in for the whole show. Also, thanks for inspiring me on taking music production seriously this year. Will you take beats in place of money for my Larry tax?
Yeah, it depends. I have something cooking up right now that I'm waiting until February. Should be done by February, so. Yeah.
I didn't know that. So cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's been in the works for a minute, though. It has not been my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But dope. But yeah, I'm glad to see that you've started the music production side, man. If you got ill beats, I can't rap for nothing, but I like music. So.
Lawrence can rap.
Nope. Oh, no.
He got gospel rap.
Gospel rap.
Don't let Larry fill your head with that stuff because I can't.
You gotta send the beats to Jonas, I guess. We got another 5 gifted memberships from Roy Stokes. Roy also went crazy.
Yeah, Roy went
stream
crazy. Thank you, Roy.
On Friday. So thank you, Roy. Seriously. And throw the Nakma fists up if you guys are accepting them in the chat. Got another 2 from Young Lou. It says, I might swerve in that I can't. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
We're about to get demonetized.
I can't say that. I can't even say it.
It might.
Jello might come for me, bro.
Yeah, it might, bro.
My bad, Jello. I genuinely don't like the song, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's got like one line.
It's a bop, bro.
It's all right.
My opinion.
We got another 10.
6:15. We're gonna stop.
Okay. Another 10 from Isaiah Mayo. It says, Dear Seb, I wrote you, but you still ain't typing back on Discord. Count your days. I hope you stub your toe today or run out of toilet paper when you need it. Oh, and also hashtag Larry Tax. All right. Please don't be standing me, bro. Don't do that. And 2, I actually did run out of paper towels today. And I was upset about it because my floor got mad wet.
Is it like that time you threw up and like had to use the bathroom, but you only had one piece of toilet paper to use?
It wasn't like that at all. But
and you had to figure out which one to use it
thanks
on.
for letting that be known. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can discuss in the chat which option I went with. There's an obvious choice. There's an obvious choice. But this did happen.
Yeah, I feel like randomly just memories pop into my head when things are said,
I forgot
bro.
that happened at all. Completely. I completely forgot that happened. Oh, man. We got another 2 from Ronan, it says, and yes, Seb, all 6 of us liked the stream. LOL. Thank you. That's all we ask. Another 2 from Kirby. It says, best BBC in town. Hashtag holy TOPT tribute. Thanks, Kirby. Another 5 from Project Ice. It says, I didn't pay enough Larry tax lately, so he dropped the temperature in the DMV area to the 20s. Hashtag forgive me, Larry. Hashtag Larry tax.
Yeah, it's cold out there, bro.
Sheesh. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
My grandfather called me, and he's from Ohio. And he was like, yo, it's like 3 degrees right now, bro. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, and tomorrow's supposed to be 0. And I was like, damn.
You know Ohio not in the DMV, right?
I know. I was just saying.
I
was saying he.
I was just checking.
Yeah, it's supposed to be recorded.
He said in the DMV area.
Yeah, but it's a different area than where we live. So I would mention another area that we all don't live.
Just checking on you, man.
All right, bro.
Just making sure you good.
Go ahead, bro.
Got another 2 from Red-Haired Stabbed Him. It says, Larry Tax for my monthly Holy Night membership. Thank you. Another 5 from Nicolas Cortez. It says, in Marine Ford, why was Larry the only one to release a Conqueror's Haki Blast?
Why was I?
I definitely said Larry instead of Luffy, right?
Yeah.
My fault.
Yo, you know what?
All the Larrys, yeah, I got you.
Thanks, bro.
All the Larrys recently, bro. My bad. To be honest,
That's a good question, though.
I have 2 answers.
Okay.
One is like meta. One is more like.
This will be the last one before we move into the chapter.
To me, it just made Luffy seem more special.
Okay.
Right. So like the way you're writing the arc, if you have Whitebeard or Sengoku or one of the other people who could potentially be a conqueror unleash their Conqueror's Haki, so like Ace and stuff, you know what I mean? It takes away from the shock value that Luffy would have portrayed in that moment, or that he did portray in that moment. And like, there's a lot of talk about like Luffy being the chosen one and all this and that, but that was like that arc is such a pivotal moment for Luffy's like story that you want him to be looked at in this light where it's like, oh, now he's special, right? So to me, it wouldn't have worked as well if we saw Conqueror's Haki being utilized by other people in the arc.
Yeah.
And I understand that there were other people who could have and probably should have. Whitebeard, you have the built-in excuse of him having the sickness and illness. Garp, you have the built-in excuse of him having his confliction. Sengoku just wasn't that active, right? So if you want to talk about Akainus or Aces, that's a whole other conversation. But
or Boas.
Yeah, Boa was never doing that in this situation, to me anyway. So I'm trying to think if there's any other conquerors. I guess Shanks did show up. But either way, I think it works narratively, like for the story as it was written for Luffy to be the only one to do it.
And also at that time, You know, because later on when you get to like a higher scale where the war is going to happen, we kind of expect that we're going to see a war where we're going to have multiple conquerors just like that one. And I believe at that stage now, at that level, at that time, we're going to have multiple ones using it, and it's not going to be taken away from Luffy. Right? From there, it's like, and that, like Sebastian brought out, not only at that war, Luffy was the first person to use it, he was the only person to use it. You know? Even if you want to think about have Luffy do it first and others people kind of like do it later on, it's still the fact that Luffy's the only one, the first one and the only one to do it, shows in a way, because again, how all they reacted. Like, you had Kizaru going, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this kid just did that? You know? So the impact it had, like I said, it could lower the specialness that Luffy's supposed to, he's supposed to bring to I guess that universe.
Yeah. Also, I think it's very simple. If I'm in war and I can possibly just annihilate like multiple people with my aura, there's gonna be some people that can't handle it. That's on my side. And like, as great as Shanks was, right, at Haki control, he still had people on his ship who fell to the floor. So this is where I said like the Marines probably held back quite a bit. Like, you know, for example, the admirals, because they could change the landscape, but chose not to because it would destroy their side as well. Sengoku probably didn't use his Conqueror's Haki because he knew that if he did so, it would lower the numbers on their side. So there were certain things that you just couldn't do because of the area of attack that would happen with your Conquerors.
Yeah.
You need the most men you can in order to fight, and if you dwindle your numbers, then it leaves more on your shoulders to handle everything. And that's not really advantageous in war. If you played, yeah. But yeah, guys, we're gonna read the rest of the super chats. We just want to get to the chapter because there's a lot of talking this chapter, and there's probably a lot of ideas that we want to bounce around. But we're gonna get right back into super chats, okay? We promise to read them. Please do not go anywhere. We will read them right after this section. We go back into the super chats every time we end one of the sections of the chapter. Also, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. Helps us out a lot. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. Today's chapter is titled The Land That Awaits the Sun. We are right back in with Yamato's pilgrimage. The caption at the bottom reads, "A mysterious base deep in Udon." We see Yamato with a tied-up Hold'em. Speed has Tama on her back. They are all in front of a base with Udon, and the structure has a huge cat face with horns on top. What did you guys think of this? Think about this week's cover story? And we'll start with Law.
I don't have much, but I totally forgot about who's who as a person. Like, when I saw this, I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I can see him behind this whole thing because it's Husu. And when he came from the world of government and then switched to a prisoner and then Kaido's side. So you're not really getting to me. You're not going to see any redeemable things that would change around from his, like, you know, any bad works or whatever. But him trying to continue his own work on his own, like kidnapping people or do whatever. Oh yeah, that's right up who's alley. I can see him doing it. So I totally forgot that he was a person and seeing that it's looking like, because that's basically his head, you know, a statue of his head for his base that's hidden there. It makes sense. What he's plotting, I don't know, but I guess we'll find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Seb.
I'm actually excited to see how Husu factors into this mini story. To be honest, he had one of the cooler designs for the Beast Pirates, and I thought the whole crew had pretty dope designs for the most part. So I liked Husu when he popped up when he was in the story. He had hoes with him, girls and all that.
Yeah, he did have the hoes.
Yeah, he had the hoes, bro. If I remember correctly, Udon was Queen's territory, right? That's where the prison is?
Yeah.
So him and Queen didn't seem to get along too well. So it's like surprising to me that he has this
They kind of got along.
They did the thing where they tricked Drake, right?
Yeah,
but in
they
general,
tricked Drake.
Husu didn't seem to have like, I don't want to say respect, but he didn't have like reverence for anybody but Kaido in the crew.
Yeah.
Right? Like he was down to fight Queen and King or whatever to move up in the ranks. He was down to work with them and stuff. He was loyal to the crew or loyal to Kaido, but he didn't seem to care about Queen too much, right? So it's weird. It was curious to me to see, like, yo, he's got a hideout, like a lair, a shrine, it seems like, dedicated to him inside Queen's territory. it made me think of a theory that Lionel used to have. I don't know if y'all even remember it or not. That Who's Who was a CP0 agent the whole time. And I was like, what if Lionel was right?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
That Who's Who was actually still a CP0 agent, like not, how do I say this? Not sword per se, but like undercover in the Beast Pirates as a CP0 agent. Lionel had that theory. And I always was like, no, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Like he never left CP0 the whole time. He just working for them.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't see that.
I couldn't see it either. But
because
I was like,
he went to jail.
Yeah. And I was like, who knows? Maybe.
And he didn't know if he was getting out. And then he had to escape.
I'm pretty sure he blamed the world government for the fact that he was in prison.
And then he became his own pirates.
I'd have to let Lionel speak on it a little better than I was just now, because I also just don't believe in it.
But he was like actually furious. Because
he had the whole rant about the freedom thing with Jinbei. He was a little racist and all that. So, I don't know. It just reminded me of it. Yeah. And I was like, what if Lionel was right? But probably not. Sorry, Lionel.
He ain't watching, bro.
He not, bro. He not.
Lionel not a fan of the show.
Lionel don't even
he
like.
He disappears.
Lionel don't even watch the episodes like afterward. Oh. And even if he do, it be on mute. I know it.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Just playing One Piece Pirate Warriors.
Lionel don't want to see us succeed, man.
Nah.
Wow.
Lionel don't even be hitting that like button, man. And neither do half of y'all. There's 442 people in here and only 190 likes. Hit that like button. But that's it for me.
All right. As for my thoughts, they're mutual with all of you. The person within this place is who's based on the structure, representing like his likeness. You know, it's funny, during our chapter 1135 review episode, I mentioned that Hold'em was working for an unknown Yakuza boss looking to become daimyo of one of these three regions, Hakumai, Ringo, or Udon. Those three regions currently do not have daimyo. It's no coincidence that Who's Who is in Udon right now, but I am wrong about him being a Yakuza boss, since the Yakuza boss of Udon is Omasa currently. So maybe Who's Who is trying to usurp him to become a daimyo, or Omasa might be considered for the daimyo position himself, which then Who's Who would become the next Yakuza boss. People forget that Who's Who is also super ambitious. When King summoned the Tobi Roppo, he made sure to point out that Sasaki and Who's Who were once captains of their own pirate crews. Since their pirate crew is a meritocracy, these two might have been looking to take out the All-Stars themselves soon, and they would receive the opportunity to do so if they captured Yamato, requested by Kaido. And they were both aiming to take out Queen. So Queen working with Who's Who to capture Drake and, you know, him being a traitor. I mean, you could be cool with somebody and still want to, like, surpass them.
Yeah,
I did it in Best Buy.
He was never cool with Josh like that.
Yo, I wasn't. But there were other people I wanted to surpass that I was cool with. And it's, you know, so it's like, yo, I'm going to take you out, but we going to still work together. We're in the same crew. Like, if I take you out, I don't want you to leave the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be my underling, though. What?
I was going to make a worse reference.
Oh. I'm not shocked Who's Who would have such great ambitions, because this was once a man, too, that was guarding the Gomu Gomu no Mi. And he's involved with Shanks. And then he knows about Joy Boy. And he knows about Nika. And he's connected to the Fishman in a sort of a weird way. So it's like, there's reasons for Who's Who to just come back into the story. Like, he's had more relevancy than, like, Kid, in my opinion, towards the plot line of One Piece. And, like, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, my God, you're hitting on Kid again. I'm like, no, like, if you really look at Who's Who and, like, all that he's been connected to, you can see why, like, the dude should still be persisting inside the story. Like, there's too many connections that he's dived into that would allow him to be so. So for me, I was like, yo, bet, we seeing Who's Who again? And granted, his fight against Jinbei, it kind of makes him look bad because he got, from what we've seen, so easily defeated. But it's
Jinbei,
also
dog.
Jinbei,
It's
dog.
Jinbei.
It's also Jinbei. Like, you can't... There's not a lot of people that could run up on Jinbei and not receive what who's received. Unless you, like, really top tier. Like, we're talking, like, first commander
You gotta
levels
be
and
first-
higher.
You gotta
know
be
what I'm
like
saying?
first commander.
Yeah. In order for really to be like, yo, you probably gonna get the... You're gonna struggle against Jinbei, dog. And this is a man that also blocked Akaino's fist with his bare hands, you know what I'm saying, for a time being before he got sushi. So it's like,
Sushi is crazy.
wow.
Sushi is crazy.
That was racist, wasn't it? Yeah, so I'm really excited to see now who's gonna mend to the story. Like I genuinely look forward to like the next cover story for once in Yamato's pilgrimage. So, and plus he mad cool, bro. And we've never seen him with his mask off. So remember, Jinbei punched him in the face and broke the mask, and then we just didn't see him afterwards. So Jinbei was like, "Oh, I might have recognized you if you took your helmet off." And
we
then,
had that little theory or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, and then Who's Who was like, "I'm not taking mine."
You sleep, dog.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. So we might see him, or he might just be in his like Zoan form again, and he might not come out of it. Because when we first seen him, he wasn't in his Zoan form. He was in his human form as a Toby Roppo, and then we saw him again, and Jinbei approached him. He was in like full Zoan cat mode,
Yeah.
with all his other hoes. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting to me. But we'll see, man.
I was gonna bring up a random theory that somebody had put out a long time ago that Who's Who is Kobe's dad, but
Because of the pink
because
hair.
they have pink hair. It's so unsubstantiated, but who knows?
All right. Let's hit these super chats again, and then we're gonna stop at 6:35.
Okay. All right, we got another 2,000 yen from our guy Shy Joker 27. It says, "Good morning again from Okinawa. Giving the boys an update. The date was amazing, and she already wants to meet again next week." That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wagwan.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Crazy, bro.
You gotta teach her a Jamaican accent. So when she starts yelling at you, bro. And you gotta teach her to cook oxtail.
If you could teach her to cook oxtail while reciting like any sort of music in patois, you gotta marry her, bro.
Facts.
But then it says,
And you gotta make sure she know how to dirty wine, bro. Like send her videos and be like, yo, do this. Dirty wine, not dirty wine. Dirty wine, not good.
all right, he continues. It says, "Things are looking up, gentlemen. She even encouraged me to buy a Going Merry Gundam. Hashtag TOPT, hashtag Japan." We gotta make it out there, man. People out here finding the loves of their lives out there, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. We got another 2 Canadian from Internal Revenue Service, IRS. "Yo, Larry, I'm coming for you."
Is that a threat? Like, we have the highest security?
Maybe. We got another
I feel
10.
like when SpongeBob and Patrick were like under the Bikini Bottom and they were at the bus stop and they were waiting for the bus. That's how I feel right now.
Yo, old SpongeBob was goated, bro. That show was hilarious. We got another 10 from Potter Jesus. It says, "What if Trent just collects the Larry tax for Larry?" With a thought emoji. "No wonder he be donating a lot." Laughing emoji. Hashtag Larry tax. Hashtag top on top. Is that what Trent's out here doing?
Imagine.
Hey, man. Another 5 from Adrian Dominguez. It says, "Finally caught alive, so here's my Larry tax at last. Hashtag getting topped by Larry." Okay. That was his first super chat, so thank you, Adrian.
Your first super chat was that.
That's kind of wild, bro. Another 5 from Diamond Life. It says, "Larry and Trent working together theory. Trent is laundering the money through the Larry tax, and Larry gets a cut of the money, so both their pockets are full." Hey, man. They're adding to the Trent lore, bro. I love it. Hashtag free Trent.
Bruh.
We got another 5 from Roberto Figueredo. It says, "It's crazy the amount of people complaining about Gunko's outfit. Hashtag Larry tax. Hashtag Gunko looking good." We will get to that in due time.
Yeah, bro. She got it showing, dog.
Another 10 from Forever Lore. It says, "Would y'all..." It's all caps, so I don't know if I'm supposed to yell this. It says, "Would y'all agree that Ben low to mid diff Zoro 365 days of the year and 24/7 even on holidays? And if it's said that he's relative in strength to Shanks, would that make Ben around Yonko level? One, why you yelling? And two, it's just a lot.
No.
Would Ben beat Zoro every single day of the year and at any moment in time? Maybe. Like, there's just no way to know.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't seen Ben
I can't
do
give
much.
him that stamp.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's unfair.
He could, maybe. I don't know.
It's just too unfair to say that.
If I'm narrative scaling, I'll say Ben's the only first commander or first whatever right now that's active that I would say is above Zoro. But like, I don't have anything to go off other than he connected to Shanks.
Well, a question: do you rank differently between first commanders and right hand mans? Because I feel like Ben is not considered a first commander. He's more considered like a right hand man. Like how Ray is not considered a first commander. He's considered Roger's right hand man.
So I agree with you, but when I'm saying that, I'm saying, remember that cover art that Oda did, where it was like these are all the second in command people.
Mm-hmm.
That anybody on that list, right?
Okay.
How many of those people would beat Zoro in a fight? In my opinion, Ben was, if I remember correctly, Ben was the only one that I would say possibly would right now. So,
But was it Ray on the list?
Ray old, bro.
Okay.
Ray old, dog. He old. He should have so.
Lord snuck that in, bro.
That's fine. I knew Ray was on the list. I knew he was there. That boy old, bro. What you want from me?
I'm not trying to think of who's on the list, but all right.
Beppo was on the list.
Future was on the list? And Eminem wasn't on the list? Oh, okay. Gucci was on the list? Shout out my Gucci. Number 2 from Terrence D. Jr. And no, I don't think Ben is Yonko level, personally. Another 2 from Terrence D. Jr. It says, Whitebeard's scar was given by the Holy Knight Shanks twin. We'll see. It's possible. I don't think so.
There's been so many. We're not getting to this. There's so much proof that just says it wasn't. But okay.
Yeah.
I'm still banking on Garling, dog. Another 5.
Even then, that's not possible because the timeline don't match up.
All things are possible through Christ, bro. Another 5 from Mohammed Lear. It says, "Yo, Larry, your fave OP guy. Your speech last week has been cast for live action One Piece." Netflix, Rigo Sanchez, looking east for Monkey D. Dragon.
I understood nothing you said.
Basically, they casted Dragon.
Oh.
And it's Rigo Sanchez.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who Rigo Sanchez is, but he Dragon.
At least he's Spanish. Because Luffy's Spanish. I thought it was some Indian guy. Like,
I don't know.
I thought they casted him already. And it was like a really dark Indian guy.
For Dragon?
Yeah. This was like a while back, though, but never mind.
Maybe it was a fan cast, bro. I don't know.
Because I was like, I get it.
That's the guy playing Dragon?
Yeah. He already looking east. Look at him.
It's one picture.
But where he looking, though? Anyway. Cool. We got another 2 from B Houses. It says, Seb, look at the ping for you in Discord right now, please. Oh, wow. Apparently this is for you, Lawrence. So, enjoy.
Wait, what?
It's terrible.
How to support Sigma Wolves movement.
Nobody can see this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right,
What
read
is
the next
this,
episode.
bro?
How does that have to do with me?
He said you look like this guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't show it. Anyway.
All right. We got another 10 from That Ain't A. It says, there's such a thing as Larry tax. Stop it. It's annoying. Did I get my lines right, Larry? Anyways, how do we scale which power systems are stronger than other anime's power systems, and what are your top 3? We did like a cross-scale versus like a DDT back like a year or 2 ago. A year ago? I don't know. But it's hard, bro. It's hard to scale cross-verse. Unless dudes are like destroying planets casually.
Yeah, I was going to say Key.
Yeah.
Key, most likely, Haki, and then everybody says Nen. So that'll probably be my 3.
What about Reishi?
Reishi cool too, dog. But Reishi more like Key in my opinion. But you can manipulate things in a weird way.
I'm gonna go with the OGs, bro. Chakra, Spirit Energy, and Haki.
Okay.
Those are my 3. I know I crap on Naruto a lot, but Chakra was a good. It was
Chakra was
done.
good.
It was done pretty well. In my
Yeah.
opinion.
I'm gonna go. I guess Spirit Energy you're talking about is like Dragon Ball Z.
I was talking about Yu
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 Hakusho?
Hakusho more specifically because I thought it was more unique than Ki.
Wait, you're
Like-
talking about power though, not what's cool.
Power system. No, it adds both. Like,
Oh.
It says how do you scale them?
I'm not scaling them, bro.
Scaling.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay.
Hockey probably at the lower end, to be honest, if we talking based off what all these people can do. But what are your top 3? Because we got to get back to the chapter.
Ki is 1, and I definitely like Haki. Haki's up there for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go. I guess I feel like Spirit Energy and Ki is like very similar. So I'll go with Nen then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for the super chats. We're going to get right back into super chats, but we're going to read this chapter, okay? Mind you, this chapter has a lot of dialogue, so I'll be reading quite a bit, so I apologize.
My bad, but real quick, shout out to One Piece because it got 2 power systems that will be in my top 3 for real. Because Devil Fruits and Haki are 2 technically different things.
That's true.
And it's
That's true.
better than anything they out here putting up. Talking about Nen. Devil Fruits all day, every day.
Read or watch?
I don't need to. I already know, bruh.
You didn't even watch Hunter x Hunter.
Anyway, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. I want to get this video to 1,000 likes, like all for it. All right. So the chapter opens up with Luffy eating the moose meat that 𝙏𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙪 and Stanson got for the crew. Ja Rule is surprised. They've gotten a chance to eat one since those moose are fierce. Ja Rule continues to tell the Straw Hats that it's not often humans come to the Sun World. Most believe the underworld is Elbaf and leave because of its dangers. Then Usopp starts speaking of Ors. The giants realize the name immediately and tell him that Ors was a vicious warrior whose story has been passed down through history. Usopp says that's right. He was 3 times the size of any of them, and the one who finished him off was him. It seemingly gets ignored, and the giants want to know why Jinbei is blue. Jinbei lets them know that his people are as colorful as the fish in the sea. The giants want to see a mermaid one day. Sanji yells out in excitement that they're beautiful, but he feels like he's ascending to heaven from being in the presence of so many giant angels. The giant women think Sanji is so cute, and he just drowns in the compliments. Then the giants ask what Brook is, and he tells them that he has the "What am I" blues, and they decide to toast to the wonders of the world. Zoro tells Nami it's surprising how many of these giants never gone out to sea, and he thought they were all pirates. Roto comes out of nowhere and scares Nami, asking them for forgiveness for his indiscretions earlier. Gerd doesn't think he deserves forgiveness. He just needs to apologize, and Roto loves how nasty Gerd is towards him. Zoro tells Roto that if it wasn't for Usopp, he would have beheaded him. Roto is frightened, and a giant asked Roto if he knows their bounties. If so, then he would have known he didn't stand a chance. Gerd then tells Zoro the next time he tries something, he should do what he said he'd do. Roto finds her banter stimulating. So, what did you guys think about the beginning of the chapter, starting with Seb?
All right. Let me go to my notes. Was Colin doing the Nika dance? Like, was he doing that?
I don't know.
That's what
I
it
thought
looked
he
like
was
to
just
me.
running across.
I was trying to figure that out if he was doing the Nika dance when I saw him just then. Maybe he was just running. We'll see. Let me get back to my notes here. It's cool that Ors is a legend even in Elbaf. I thought that was dope. Nice little nod. This section of the chapter, like, I enjoyed it because it shows a couple things there. It showed the Straw Hats in their element, right? Usopp's lying. You said he got ignored. He didn't get ignored. They were like, yeah, Captain Usopp or whatever, which...
Nah, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. That's what I'm saying,
Did
bro.
they?
Yeah,
right
bro.
next to where his lie and Usopp's face.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't say that. Yeah. One of them said. Some giant or whatever said that.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, you good. Sanji was being a perv, you know what I mean? Lusting about women. Brook was in his rocker mode. I thought that was cool. But like what it also does is it showcases a merging of cultures, which I think can be a beautiful thing. It's Martin Luther King Day, and this chapter highlights what it can mean when different people interact with respect and intrigue for each other's cultures instead of hate. So I thought that was a dope little ad there. Roto saying "punish me, Gert" is crazy. I thought that was wild.
It's not that crazy.
I feel him though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I feel him.
We're not that far apart.
They bounty scaling in Elbaf. I thought that was funny too.
Yeah.
I thought we left that behind.
It'd have been mad funny if they seen Robin as a child. Like, yo, don't mess with her. She's like, even though she's like 8.
She elite, bro.
She took down warships, bro. I mean, considering their history of Big Mom, they were probably like, yo, this is possible, yo.
She out here,
She
bro.
took down a village, bro.
She out here, bro. You stopped like right here, right? So I don't have much else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll stop there.
All right, Law.
Yeah. Usopp have I'm like in my head, how you gonna lie to the giants who you idolized about being a brave warrior of the sea when you want to be a brave warrior of the sea just like them? You know, because he's lying about what he did to Oris, about he's showing that he's like a brave warrior to the people that you trying to be just like them. And I'm like, in my head, it's just like, when are you gonna grow out of this? Because I thought you were gonna like, all right, this is Elbaf. I'm gonna change a little bit because these are people I respect. These are people I want to be like. He's like, nah, I'm gonna lie to them like I've done to everybody else, and try to show them I'm this when I'm not. You know,
Lawrence is so tired of Usopp, bro.
I am. Like, I am. It's just like, only because like we all talk about like, I don't know if you guys remember a while back someone got like laughing at, was getting mad at Luffy because they saw like no character go for Luffy, even though we've seen a ton of character go for Luffy. Have we seen a ton from Usopp?
Yeah.
Not really. He's the same dude, if not worse, than when we first seen him. You know?
Coming off his worst showing in Wano.
Yeah.
As far as being a coward and
Yeah.
not stepping up.
Yeah. So then now you're at this whole thing that you've been waiting for, and this is like the whole. If you really think back with Usopp, how he was first impressed by the Giants, you would think, all right, I'm gonna try to be this brave warrior, but you're going back to lying, you know, about your brave experts. When ultimately, when is this gonna shape you up to be like them, you know? So I don't know. I'm just like, really, Usopp, I'm getting tired of you. Right, and Zoro intimidating Roto, maybe with his just a little bit of Conqueror's Haki like that was dope. Because I don't know if I would say it's Conqueror's, but we could probably just assume or guess that it is because of he is one. But it reminded me like back on Wano, and I thought it was very interesting. But it's also what they kind of give off or exude off, right? You remember that giant, not giant, but that big. Sumo wrestler that Luffy fought.
Yeah.
Right? I remember it was very interesting because when he first saw Luffy, whatever, but when he first saw Zoro, he left. And then he comments later on. He goes, I don't know what was up with that swordsman, but his aura was very intense that I had to leave. Like, he didn't want to be around Zoro because he was scared. He was like, this guy's giving off this tense aura.
It's like going to a basement party and you see like a dude against the wall and he not dancing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know he just there to fight.
Those are the worst dudes, bro.
It's like
Go
you trying
get
to
you a dance,
yeah,
bro.
it's like, yo, you trying to like grind it out with the fine shorty over here. Meanwhile, this dude just against the wall looking for trouble. And it's like, yo, it's too intense, yo.
He's thinking, these dudes don't know I knock anybody out in here.
Yeah,
man. Like,
bro.
Yo, why are you here?
Yeah, bro.
Why are you at the party? Why are you at the function moving like that, bro? And I ain't even saying Zoro doing that per se, but if that's the aura he giving off, he need to chill out.
I mean,
Meanwhile,
hate that dude.
everyone falls
Yeah,
in
bro.
love sometimes.
Go get
and
you
your
a
boy
dance.
gets on, he just over here just and you against the wall like, I'll shoot anybody right now.
Hate that dude, man.
that's not Zoro. I mean, keep it a buck. That's not Zoro.
Sanji trying to get a dance. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bro.
But also too, that he's doing this to like both people who are like kind of sure that they're like their enemies, Roto and I don't remember that sumo wrestler's name, but it doesn't matter, you know. But yeah, like that, and then also that statement would talk about bounties from the Giants, right? It has to think of what you were saying earlier. I wonder now, like, do they view all the Straw Hats just stronger than them, or just like the top, like the Luffy, the Zoro, the Sanji, and Jinbei? Because he's like, yo, you would have understood that you don't stand a chance based off their bounty, right? But then also how they view all the Straw Hats, like they said, the Straw Hats crew, they're the ones that took out Kaido and Big Mom, and then all this and that. Like, how do you view the Straw Hats entirely? You know, and now you're believing Usopp in his lies about oars, right? Do you believe like, all right, we giants are just like, you know, they're stronger than us, the Straw Hats, or just the top? Like, can you sense like, all right, Usopp, no, but yeah, the Luffy, the Zoro, the Sanji, and Jinbei, they're stronger than us. Like, because observation should be able to sense you and rate like their level, and that's why I say the whole thing about the whole Buggy and Usopp thing. You're able to tell if someone's lying about their lore because you're able to sense your strength. Like, man, I know you didn't do that. You capping, bro, because I can sense how strong you are, and you didn't do that. You know, so it all goes into like
You're not like that.
exactly. What the Giants are able to do in reading about the Trats, how they view them, and where their sensing ability is.
I think they go off of reputation. They're like lore driven. Like if you have like stories about you that make you this great warrior, they're gonna respect that. And I think that's what it is for me.
And to me, for the most part, the only people that have been able to truly do that are like, I don't want to say top tiers, but like some of the stronger people. These are like random no-name giants right now they're seeing a member of a Yonko crew talking about his tales. Like, they have no reason not to believe Usopp right now. Other than, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess.
Because like, everybody is much smaller to them, right? Like, there's no reason for them to look at Usopp and be like, oh, no, he's lying. Right, when this crew is a Yonko crew, they got these bounties, et cetera, et cetera. They've been through they just took out Kaido and Big Mom. Like, this dude say he took out Oars? Yeah, maybe he did. Why would I not believe him? It's when you see Usopp in action, they're gonna be like, all right. But again, to the assessing their strength level, how many people are really doing that in One Piece?
So I can understand that. I know we first seen it from like, I guess Blackbeard, then Ray, really. But then we saw, granted, this is Luffy after the time skip, but we see Luffy do this on Punk Hazard, you know? And Luffy was nowhere near top level there, but he was able to do it. He says that Law, Zoro, and Sanji were able to use Haki, you know? And we saw even later on, he was able to sense Fujitora in his strength, you know?
He couldn't sense that Usopp could use Haki, and Usopp could, man.
No, Usopp can barely. And also, if you want to go back, he just awakened it then.
I'm joking.
I know. But anyway, yeah. So moving on. Also, I liked how Gerd saying this, like, you know, next time he does that, you do just that. You take off his head. And she said it with a heart, you know? So I picture her saying it all sweet like to Zoro. Yeah, you go do that. Take off his head, just how you said, you know? It had me dying because it shows like her disdain towards him, but also her sweetness towards all the Straw Hats because she finds them all cute. But yeah, I thought this part was funny. But that's
Find
about
her
it.
cute too, man. Love me some Gerd, bro.
Yeah, bro. She's fire. So during episode 177 of our show, this table was split between the four of us regarding the difficulty of lifting the moose. Me and Lionel thought y'all were wilding out because of how big this moose was, and Sebastian and Lawrence were downplaying it heavy. So to see Ja Rule is giving us more context as to how fierce this moose was is kind of funny. That's all I'm saying,
Don't
bro.
care.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't care.
Also, if a goose is one goose and multiple goose are called a geese, then why don't we call multiple moose in one place meese?
Stop it. I've seen Big Job, bro. I've seen the clip, bro. Alright? Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Yo, I'm just saying, bro.
Don't do
right? Am I not right?
No.
All right, bro.
I don't even know what you call multiple moose. Mooses?
That's probably what it's good.
There's no plural to moose. It's just moose.
So why did they just...
I'm not calling it a meese, bro. It's not happening.
Meese.
Why not call
These are Canadian problems, bro. Move on.
All right, bro.
These are Canadian.
All right, bro. So I don't know if this theory is out already. It might be, and I just don't remember. But I believe Oars was a hybrid giant. In One Piece, we have many hybrid races. Some of Big Mom's children are half mermaid, half snake neck, half long arm, half long leg, and half 3-eye. Some people have mixed blood, such as like Dillinger, who is a half fishman with human skin. Then there are the Wutons, a hybrid race born from the union of giants and fishmen that was at the Davy Back fight with Foxy and his crew. Even the long limb humans are a breed of long leg and long arm unions. The recently mentioned Buccaneer people are descendants of two races interbreeding, with one of them being giants. So, what is 𝙏𝙗? I believe 𝙏𝙗 is half giant and half Oni. Onis haven't been confirmed to be a race officially, from what I remember. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. My bad. And Big Mom has never said she didn't have or was missing this specific race in her kingdom, right? She just said that she was missing giants. It was like one of the special 3 races. The other was Lunarians, and we assumed the third one was Buccaneers. So she probably could have an Oni if we just didn't see it. But I also do believe it is a race of people, whether Kaido meant he was an Oni literally or not. Also, 𝙏𝙗 is known as the Berserker warrior, while being a giant. And Elbaf is known for giants, right? But also being warriors. So 𝙏𝙗 was born about like 659 years ago or something like that. But he died 500 years ago, basically. Like, he was alive during that time. He might have also been like one of the first 𝙎𝐽𝐽𝑘os ever in One Piece. The reason I say this is because when we go back to chapter, I think 477, it's when Hogback is talking to Gecko Moria, and he shows him that 𝙏𝙗 is frozen and he could be used as a zombie, and then he puts Luffy's shadow into him. And he's like, yo, during 500 years ago, this dude was going through nations, ripping them apart and pulling them together, and he created a nation of villains. And I was like, damn, that sounds kind of like he's a Yonko. And then due to his ignorance, he went into Ice Country, and then he froze to death by what Chopper said. This is the reason for his death, was because all he had was a lion cloth, and he ended up freezing himself to death, right? That's the way he got taken out. And then if you notice, even with 𝙏𝙗 Jr., he was baffled by the snow when he was like chilling wherever he was, and then Ace had to go get him a straw hat, kind of. He created him a hat, and then he put it over his head, and he was like, oh, now the snow is not on me anymore. So it's like they have like this feigned ignorance of just what things are, but they might be like Oni giants, technically.
Probably.
Yeah, so I thought that I never thought about 𝙏𝙗 in that aspect, and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting.
I like that little first Yonko thing you said. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I forgot about the collection of like evil people or whatever. They were looked that way. I remember the Chopper thing. I mean,
he might have inspired the Giant Warrior Pirates, and then they had this. The world looked at the Giant Warrior Pirates as like, they're very warlike, right? Like, this was their nature. And it's like, but if 𝙏𝙗 was like that, but in an evil way, and he ended up like taking over nations and doing this, and that, they also probably tie the new Giant Warrior Pirates or the Giant Warrior Pirates to 𝙏𝙗 and what he's capable of, and like what he did during that time. And that's probably why they're also scared of Elbaf, because it's like, you produced this monster. Even though Ja Rule is not old enough to live during his time, it's like whoever was before that most likely did. And 100 years before 𝙏𝙗 was born, the Tequila Wolf bridges were being built. So I can see like the continent puller has always been like he's taken like islands literally and just pulled them towards wherever he was. And that could be the case. But to me, it's like he probably just pulled nations together and made one big like alliance where they were like, yo, you can't mess with us. And it just doesn't exist anymore.
Maybe.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
So I just went into a whole 𝙏𝙗's like rabbit hole.
It's funny you read, because I actually wanted to re-look at that chapter, because someone I think linked like that chapter which introduced 𝙏𝙗 with how they introduced Loki. But I never got a chance to go around to doing it, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, it was super interesting. So that's all I really had to say about that. But listen, man, Zoro gonna Zoro.
Yeah.
𝙏𝙗 can punish me any day, dog. That's really what it is. Her or Ripley, bro. Same time, actually. I don't care, bro.
Snoo for life, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, let's get to super chats. We'll do it until 7:05, and then we'll go back into the chapter.
All right, we got $2 sitting from Luis Lopez. It says, who has never lost in One Piece? The list is pretty long, actually.
Who's
But-
never lost?
Yeah, off the top of my head, I think you could go Mihawk, right? He hasn't lost on panel.
He ain't win on panel either. And he ain't win against Shanks.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he's been taking L's for a minute.
Listen, not lose. He said never lost. It ain't
Listen,
say
bro, if you
win.
ain't first, you last.
It ain't- but
That's
he,
it,
he's
bro.
the swordsman. He's the guy, right? He's the one. Ryuma, right?
Yeah, that's when we know that it was stated that he was undefeated.
He was undefeated the whole time.
I want to say Whitebeard, but who knows? Roger potentially.
If you can't beat Roger, bro, then keep it pushing.
Can't be Whitebeard then. Nah, man, what are we talking about? There's probably a lot, bro. Honestly, like a lot of people just ain't fight a lot of other people. You know.
If you want to go there, can we
Nah.
say Shanks?
Real talk? No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
Yo, did Anel
That's a
not
loss.
win?
That's a loss. No, that's
Did
a loss.
Anel
That's
not
a
win?
loss. That's a loss. That's a loss. That's a loss.
Did Anel get
That's
back
a
up?
loss, bro.
Did Anel get back up?
Yo, everybody gets back up eventually, bro.
Did Anel get back up?
Yo, did Akainu
Did
get
he-
back
did
up?
he
Yo,
go?
Akainu won versus Whitebeard. Apparently, he got up, bro. He got his mission accomplished. And he got bro. That's a loss.
Yo,
He
but
was slumped, bro.
he didn't stop the Whitebeard Pirates.
He
though.
was slumped, bro. Stop it, bro. Adele lost. I don't care what you say. That's a loss, man.
He got to where he wanted to go.
Cool. He lost on the way there.
Because wasn't he trying to destroy the what do you call it? Earth? You're trying to destroy it, right?
He lost the game, dog.
Yeah, it was like because Luffy stopped him from trying to destroy it.
Yeah. The only thing he accomplished his mission, which was
Oh,
getting
listen.
to the moon.
Yeah, that was about it.
If you
Crocodile didn't accomplish his mission.
Crocodile lost too.
That's what I'm saying. That's
They-
the actual loss.
They lost, bro.
He lost completely.
Oh my God, stop it. Anyway,
You could lose a round, but you win the match.
He lost the match.
I don't know, bro.
Oh my
Anel
God,
sound like
bro.
he won the match.
Terrible, bro. You try and give him a technicality win.
You give it to Law and Kid all the time against Big Mom.
Yo, but it's different because they didn't get knocked out. If they got knocked out and Big Mom got wrung out, it's different.
Big Mom didn't get knocked out.
She got wrung out. You're giving Big
She
Mom
didn't
the
get
win?
wrung out.
You giving her the win?
Am I giving her the win?
Yeah. Why? She didn't die. Like, what you get what I'm saying? What are you talking about, bro? No. What are we talking about? No, bro, no. Adele got lost, bro.
Okay.
He might have 2 losses if you count Wiper. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. What's up? What's up? He was asleep, right?
Nah, because guess what? His devil fruit allows him to do that. Like the Yami
Listen,
or the Gura.
listen, I count every
Hey,
one of Blackbeard's losses,
Lawrence,
dog.
he got a hacks.
I count them.
That's his hack.
I count every one of Blackbeard's losses. I count them. All right?
It's his hacks, bro.
Stop
See,
it.
Blackbeard be losing rounds, but he wins the match.
Stop it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fine. It's
know what
still
I'm
a
saying?
loss. It's still an L, bro. What Magellan did, he got up, right? That's an L, bro. I don't care what you. That's a loss. Is what it is. Another 2 Canadian from Skylands. It says, "All right, I'm gonna catch up real quick. Time right now, quick time. Also, go Notre Dame. Yeah, man. Shout out to Notre Dame, bro.
Guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video.
Another 2 from Mugiwara Mami. It says, "Am I the only female in all boys club?" Hashtag Larry text.
No?
There's some other girls here.
Yeah, there's some other chicks. And we appreciate them. Also, guys, you be nice to the women in the chat. If not, we're gonna start banning people.
Facts.
Yeah. We don't tolerate it.
But welcome.
Yes, welcome.
We got another 14 months at Nakama status from the Irishman. It says hashtag Whitey member. Wow.
You remember Whitey from the Irene?
No.
Was that movie with Jim Carrey?
It's me, myself, and Irene.
Yeah, me, myself, and
Yo.
Irene. Yo, that dude scared me, bro.
No,
He was just weird, man.
he was a little weird.
He didn't even need to be albino to be weird. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He was
did.
just weird in
Yeah,
general.
he was weird.
We got another 10 from Larry's Gold Bond Head something. I don't know. I can't read the whole name. It says, what would be the super chat goal to make Seb join the Bald Battalion? $1 million. Hashtag Larry text. Hashtag get up. Hashtag bust it open. And that was his first or her first super chat. So thank you.
Why they want you to go bald so bad?
It's because my hairline receding. Another It's just my scar, man. The other 5 from Nando D Universe. It says, "Do y'all think stabs will be used to show how close Luffy is to Shanks, or will he fight Loki instead?" Hashtag
I hate all of that.
TBDC.
I really don't like any of that. It bothers me. Like, I really just do not want them to meet at all, bro. Like, it's kind of like when you want like a Michael Jordan sneaker, and somebody buys you like a fake Michael Jordan sneaker and it has like a Shaq logo on it. Even though they look the same, it's like the cheap imitation, and then it like spoils that long awaited feeling of finally getting a Jordan that you've been wishing for the past 6 Christmases. That your mom, you know she didn't make much money, but she had just enough, so you appreciated it even more. And then it turns out she gave you like a Shaq shoe. I'm good, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That's the feeling I get from hearing Luffy meeting this person. I can't do it, bro.
I feel like
I really feel like if we didn't have the pod and like we weren't as invested, I'd probably drop One Piece again if that happens. I'm so serious.
Luffy meeting this dude?
Yeah, like thinking it's Shanks and this person, bro. I swear, I would drop One Piece again. Like, it would be my 3rd time dropping it, and it would be the first time me dropping it over somebody that looks like Shanks. I don't know, man. I can't do it.
You finicky, bro.
I'm not, bro. I just don't. I've just, you know what it is? I've just cherished Luffy wanting to meet Shanks so badly, and what it means to the story of Luffy regarding him being a great pirate. And for us to get that cheap imitation of a reunion through somebody else that looks like Shanks, and then the confusion that would happen during those moments is honestly a waste of my effing time. I do not like it. Like, I am personally saying myself, just me. For everybody else, it could be something different, and that's fine. For me, I would probably drop One Piece.
I respect it.
I'm gonna come on the pod salty, bro. Just expect it.
Salty Larry, bro. All right, we got another 5 from Luffy Nick. It says, "Did you guys tell Lionel about the super chat goal, or is that why he's not here?" The eye emojis. Hashtag Larry Tax.
Wait.
Hashtag white TOPTT subscriber.
You guys gotta stop saying this white subscriber stuff. Did you tell Lionel?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was like, "Oh, bro." He was like, "I don't know if I can do it." Then he starts like, cause then he starts thinking about it, he starts doing it. He's just like, then he starts going on a rant about like how the reason why he views Odin the way he does.
Yeah.
And then he also like what he could say, but he's like, "But I just don't feel that way. I just don't believe it." Like, it's gonna be rough.
I didn't feel the things I had to say, bro.
It's true.
No. But I think Lionel has a lot more like against that he could say, like for the more than I would have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, you got lots. You gonna have to say,
bro.
bro.
You have a lot.
You got
bro.
more ammo than the Lionel got, technically.
All right, let's do another 2 more super chats and then we'll go back into chapter.
We got another 2 from Dio. It says, "Yamato will unite the beast remnants as scabbards."
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know about all that.
Nah, I don't know about that.
It would be interesting because that was the start of her journey, right? Or her introduction to the story. It was basically telling the beast pirates to capture her, and now she would be like in a reversal. That could
Maybe.
it's just those are genuinely evil people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Just, like, they were genuinely bad people. All right, we got another 9 months at Nakama status from Caleb Beltron. It says, "No more Larry tax. Now it's the Larry Terry hashtag tariff." If you know, you know. Larry Terry's crazy, bro.
You guys got issues. Let's do one more.
Okay.
And then we'll do the chapter.
All right, we got another 10 Canadian from our guy Skylance. It says, "I need more Marco glaze." Well, fortunately for you, Skylance, you donated $10, which is the dollar amount we need for our goal to get Lawrence to glaze Marco.
He's
for
gonna
5
glaze him
minutes.
so hard.
Yeah.
He's gonna be glazing up and down.
So if y'all also need Marco glaze, just know $10 would go towards the goal to get Lawrence to glaze Marco for 5 minutes.
And within that same goal, Lionel has to downplay Odin.
For 5 minutes.
It's funny because I think y'all doing this because y'all think that I don't like Marco. That's not the reason why I attack him so much. I attack Marco is because of all the unnecessary hype that he gets.
No, I get it, bro.
No, I don't think Sebastian does.
I don't care. That's the difference. I don't. I genuinely don't care.
Like-
I just need the 5 minutes, bro.
All right. Let's.
That wasn't all to the super.
Oh.
Yeah. Y'all lucky I'm not in the VC to spit knowledge on why Marco is him. So seeing Lawrence have to glaze him would be fire. Hashtag Katakuri over Marco, who's over King. Get it right.
See
Listen,
what I
bro.
mean?
Listen, bro.
See what I mean?
All I need.
Matchups make fights.
All I
No,
need
stop.
to do
Just
is
stop.
I want Lawrence to write 5 minutes, use Grammarly, and read off, bro. And I guarantee you it's gonna be fire. I'm gonna put it into a video, and it's gonna get thousands upon thousands of views, bro.
You don't deserve it.
Don't matter. Sabo didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Dragon didn't deserve
Dragon
it.
didn't deserve it.
The beautiful speech Larry presented for that man.
At least Dragon, there's a deeper side of the Dragon and there's a deeper side to Sabo. There's no deeper side to Marco.
That's just ignorance. But
No, that's not ignorance.
All right, guys, we can't go on.
See how ignorant he be?
All right. Let's get back into the chapter, guys, okay? All right, guys, we're going to read your super chats. Please do not worry. We'll get right back into it after this section of the chapter review. If you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. We have so much love for you, so thank you. The next part of the chapter is Roto telling Zoro and Nami that they don't understand. He tells them that his impersonating the sun god is everyone's dream in Elbaf. They all wish to be the sun god and rule the world. Zoro wonders who this sun god is, and then a fight amongst the giants breaks out. Luffy's curious about this god, though. One of the giants in the brawl tells him that Elbaf is home to an ancient religious text known as the 𝙏𝙪. Because it's really old, there are many interpretations of it. It continues to be passed down even though no one can translate it anymore, hence the confusion. According to the 𝙏𝙪, the world has been destroyed twice in the past. In each case, the presence of Nika, the sun god, is closely tied to it. Luffy says Nika's name out loud. 𝛴 Rule continues by saying, "Is the hero who appeared to save the world from disaster? Is he the destroyer who lays waste to all? He appears when the world is about to undergo a great transformation. Therefore, the great and mighty of the day always fear Nika's arrival." Luffy mentions that Bonnie talked about that guy. 𝛴 Rule tells Luffy that it is those who hope who seek him the most. Nika wears white clouds around him and appears with white hair, clothes, and jolly laughter. Luffy then responds that that must be why everyone said he reminds them of Nika. But that has nothing to do with him. Hadruden and the other giants tell Luffy not to ruin all the fun. Everyone in Elbaf idolizes Nika growing up, though. They can't defend Roto's doing. 𝛴 Rule says that even Loki and the late King Harold, in a sense, are the result of attempting to be Nika, perhaps. Giants don't like that 𝛴 Rule rationalized Loki's actions. Luffy's attention is caught because of Loki's name. He wants to know if he's a good guy and tells him, and then they tell him absolutely not. He's the accursed prince. Even before Loki's birth, King Harold prophesied that he would be murked by his son. Shortly after Loki was born, he murked the royal family's lucky horse. That same year, Big Mom murked Chief 𝛴 Rule. The country was beset by natural disasters, and the queen passed just a year after giving birth to him. He made the underworld his playground, using his innate strength to murk and control animals down there, then unleashed them upon the villages at just 10 years old. Arson and devastation, you name it. Loki's many pranks threatened their very lives. Whenever King Harold was away, he made their lives hell. Worst of all, he murked the greatest king in Elbaf history. King Harold tried to connect with other countries and lower their terror of his people in warlike ways, but Loki attacked him while 𝛴 Rule was there. That's how he ended up getting a sword through the head. 𝛴 Rule comments this helmet saved his life, and Luffy responds that it didn't do anything. It was about 6 years ago that Shanks stopped Loki from rampaging. Luffy's face lights up. Luffy heard Shanks was here, and they said he was, but it was a little while ago. So, guys, this is such a big part of the chapter with a lot of dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to condense it truly, but
No, you good.
Listen, Law, please give your thoughts, man. Go off.
Yeah, so honestly, like you said, this is a big part of the chapter where I think I had the most here.
Yeah.
Right? And so one thing I want to mention, but I kind of said this back on episode 174 when we were reviewing chapter 1130, right? And it was mentioning how Loki calling himself the sun god who brings the end to the end on the world, right? And I was thinking about that pronouncement on Fishman Island, linking that to like how Luffy's supposed that they said that Luffy may destroy Fishman Island, and I brought out how there's like a destroyer side to Nika, right? So I brought this out, and now they're tying it together, right? About saying that some people believe that or view Nika as a liberator, and some view him as a destroyer, right? So to me, like that, I saw that or I called it out was interesting, but now I actually believe that Nika is all these things. Right, I believe that Nika, right? He's a destroyer. He's someone who brings laughter. He's all of it, as in like he liberates one thing or destroys another, so to speak, right? And what I believe that is that he's a liberator to some, the ones he saves, right? And he's a destroyer to others, his enemies, and someone who brings joy and laughter to his friends, right? And this also seems exactly how Luffy is naturally. Like to his core, that's who Luffy is. When I say naturally, is because we even kind of see this going back, even on Arlong Park. That's what I thought of, right? I try to think even like back when he fought Buggy, but I'm gonna use Arlong Park as an example because think back of like when with Nami, right? We know that what Arlong Park was to Nami and how Luffy was fighting Arlong literally in the middle of Arlong Park. But notice how Luffy destroys practically all of Arlong Park himself, right? And we think of he destroys Nami's room or that building that Nami was writing in. All of Nami's work for years that she was doing, making maps, the money, all that stuff she was collecting. Luffy destroys that all. But note how Nami viewed it, right? She didn't view it as, oh, he destroyed something. She viewed it as, Luffy liberated me. Because even before that, she goes, Luffy, help me or save me, right? So he decides to destroy all this. But to Arlong, Luffy's a destroyer. Right, he destroyed everything, all my work for years. That he kind of like almost we don't even see Arlong anymore. Like we know he didn't go to he didn't go to Empo Down because we didn't see him there, but he's done. So all of Arlong's work, or you think about all Luffy who he fights, all of their work, Luffy tears down and destroys. Mm-hmm. But the people he saves, he's a liberator. And then Luffy's also this goofy, laughable person by nature, like that he brings joy to the ones he saves too, but also his friends are always laughing about him. Think of how Luffy also when he first meeting Zoro. Zoro kind of thought Luffy was hilarious when they were first meeting. Not necessarily that he was a savior or anything, but he was funny, right? So I believe that Luffy is the one, how I think of it, I don't mess with that reincarnation stuff, but I believe how the One Piece always kind of points it out to, is that someone who truly inherited this will. So I believe that Luffy seems to have truly inherited Nika's will down to his core, as in personality-wise, similar to how Joy Boy and Roger was for the people before him, right? Yes, Roger didn't get the fruit before Luffy, but he was someone that I believed represented all three. That Roger was a liberator, Roger was a destroyer, and Roger also was someone who, through his natural personality, brought joy and laughter to the people around him, right? So I think, I'm not saying those are the three kings that would make you an ideal Joy Boy or a Nika candidate, but to me, it's like you kind of do it. So for example, like think of Dragon. I see him as a full-on liberator, but someone who kind of brings joy and laughter to the people, I don't see. But that liberator side he has it down. And I don't really see Dragon as a destroyer either, right? I think he's just trying to replace things with the world government. So that's why I don't think he would be a Nika candidate, because he's just a liberator. But if you want to max other people out with that one, Luffy represented or inherited the will the most out of those three. That's why I linked him to Joy Boy and Roger, because those are the ones who show that they inherited the will the most, right, in that aspect. So I think that the ideas that people have that, and we thought it similar to with Roger, and how people thought had Ace suffer from that, where people were saying negative things about Roger, and that's just the negative stuff. We're saying Nika is this destroyer, he's this wicked or whatever, would be the negative things that people say, right? Because you're going to view him as a destroyer if he's destroying your stuff because you were doing evil, right? Mm-hmm. So that same thing, that's why they have this different misconceptions or interpretations of like what Nika is because how the ending result of where you are through it all is how you're going to perceive what he's doing. Like how Nami did perceive Luffy as a liberator and a friend, even though he destroyed all her work, But it wasn't a joyous work for her. It was more like I'm being freed from the thing, this trap that I was in. Right, so I believe Nika is all three things, right? And I was actually thinking too, I was so curious, right, how Robin will respond to the words we got with the Harley in those ancient texts, right? She's a very fan of history and all that stuff and archaeology, and I thought of like the poneglyphs and how they have to be deciphered. I wonder if, like, for example, through all her reading and knowledge, is that she'll be able to, I'm not saying translate it or decipher it herself, but like she'll be interested in designs, but Robin's not here. But then I also thought of 𝙃𝙀. 𝙃𝙀 mentioned in chapter 1069 about Nika, right? And he said how in all the old text, right? And he mentioned the devil fruit books that there's no gum fruit, right? But it mentions how Luffy resembles the sun god Nika. But he doesn't mention the Harley like word wise, but he mentions the old text as if he kind of knows it or possibly even read it, right? So I wonder if we're gonna get 𝙃𝙀 reading or translating to us or the Giants the text that he's read probably about Nika, right? So I think 𝙃𝙀 may be the one, since he's also here. What's Lilith? That they'll share that information with the Giants, and we will get a deeper understanding or more understanding of like the misconception about that. 𝙃𝙀 is reading it and giving us more information about Nika, right?
I do want to say though, it's never been stated what the poneglyph text actually is.
Yeah, I know.
Like the name of it.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to hear it's called Harley.
Yeah.
And then Robin would be able to tell us the exact description of it.
Right.
So that's an excellent point out too, because that would mean that 𝙃𝙀, since he knows how to read the poneglyphs, he would know what the Harleys are.
Right. Yeah. So I thought it was very interesting. I wonder. I want to see Robin's reaction towards it, like, because she didn't react much when 𝙃𝙀 was saying, but I think her mind was so not confused, but like taken by Luffy aspect. But now they're saying that it's a text and it has a name to it. I wanted to sound familiar to her, so I can't wait till Robin gets here and she hears this, how she's gonna react.
That'd be interesting too, because then it's like that's the connection between Elbaf and Wano. Is that Elbaf probably taught this ancient language to Wano, because obviously they don't speak that language, right? It's completely different, and it's a different writing text. And then the Wano people learned it, well, the Kozuki specifically, because there was probably like a Kozuki native back in the day who was close with Elbaf at some point. The same way Momonosuke is close with like the minks now.
Right. Exactly.
And Zunisha's a large animal. Might have came from Elbaf too. Who knows? That like these things are starting to connect, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wonder how Oda's doing it too.
My bad to cut you off.
No,
but it was just coming through my head.
No, I kind of like when we
yeah.
go back and forth, right? I also had another thing, like I know, for example, like I'm going back to the image now, to the image of that we see of Nika here when he's breaking down that the Liberator and everything, right? And at first I was kind of not necessarily disappointed, but I was like, where's the spear? You know? Because the other time we first see Nika, we see him with a sword and a spear, right? And it's just like, now it's gone.
Yo.
But we see him with a sword and a shield right here. But then I actually thought of, honestly, it makes sense. So this is how I thought. And I'm like, again, how Luffy kind of, how Luffy in a way, I'm not saying he represents it, but I thought of Luffy. And the reason why is because going back to how, I don't know exactly how Nika was, if he was wearing all things, but I think Nika does have a sword, a spear, and a shield. I think he uses all three. How he makes them, we saw Luffy make things, goggles, and all that stuff. I don't know if he's making himself or those are his chosen weapons, but I believe that Nika's able to utilize all three, right? But Luffy mentions that he can't wield a sword, he can't do certain things, but he has his Nakama for them, right? So just a quick shout out. I believe Sebastian said it before, we all discussed that we all believe that Zoro is obviously the sword and that Sanji's the spear. I believe that Jinbei is the shield. So I think that's the representative, like Nika's closest companions that he can trust on. And I think they represent that perfectly. Jinbei, to me, he showed that he's 100% the shield to me. Obviously, Zoro's the sword, and Sanji, he represents the spear with the legs and everything. So I think those are, anyway, Luffy's chosen most close companions or strongest weapons in his crew, like how Nika's had, if he was his own lone warrior, that represents that.
I think, so just to go off of what you were saying,
Yeah.
I agree with the metaphors of his objects being like certain Nakama, but I think it's actually the shield represents a collection of Nakama instead of just one. And the reason I say that, and it's leading into what I was gonna say. When you look at Nika, well, first off, I don't think that's Nika in that panel. If the world was destroyed twice over and Nika is supposed to be this person that comes forth through those 2 times, right? This would be the 3rd time the world gets done in. So this one would be by Luffy. The previous one was by Joy Boy. There was one other before Joy Boy, and that was before probably the ancient kingdom was built, right? So that person we see there, that's the first reincarnation with, quotes.
So it's before Joy Boy.
Before Joy Boy, but after
Nika.
Nika. And that's when all of it started. Like, that's when everything started happening. And Joy Boy. So, because when you look at this image and the image that was brought up by Who's Who, they're completely 2 different silhouettes entirely. From the hair to the spear to the sword to the shields, like everything, right? Even the looks. So when I looked at this, I was like, oh, this is the first person who gained the Gomu Gomu no Mi, the Nika fruit. Also, to go back into the shield representing all these Nakama, when you look at the shield, it has the same mark of 10 dots.
Yeah.
That shield was also represented in the Kozuki clan emblem, where there's 10 dots. When we go back to Alabasta's symbol, there's a sun with 10 dots. When you go back to Skypiea, there's also a wheel with 10 dots. And then you go back to Fishman Island, there's also 10 dots around the tattoo that King Poseidon has. So there's like, even in Kuma's church.
I was going to mention that one, yeah.
And remember, these are religious texts, right? Religious texts. Kuma's a religious man. He also stated that this might have been a collection of belief that created the Nika Nika fruit, right? So it's like, I believe the shield itself is representing the shield of all of his Nakama. And then the sword is probably like a belief, and a spear is another belief. Just something to, I guess, go off of what you were saying, but that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
In general. So,
I wasn't going to say much to add to that, but I think it could be both. I still think the sword could still represent Zoro because he is still the right hand / like the sword. You know what I mean? But I will let you continue because you was cooking.
Okay. Right. So yeah. So with that, so I thought it was very interesting. And my other part is now I'm gonna jump to later on. Right. I just wanted to mention those few things. And going to the now with Loki thing. Hearing about Loki's lore reminded me of Odin actually a little bit. Right. When Odin was we were talking about Odin growing up and what he was doing. Right. So now. The difference is, I know some people are using this to say, could probably even think, oh, same thing with Odin, but we all found out those stuff that were said about Odin, but they weren't necessarily, Oda wasn't doing bad things, right? So I don't think Oda would use that again, right? Because we hear what Odin was doing, but it was misinterpreted as Oda was this vicious person, but Oda was actually like, he cared about people and stuff like that, what we've seen do. I think it's the exact opposite. I think now we're hearing this lore about Loki growing up, but it's actually true. Where Odin's wasn't, but Loki's is true. You know, so major scene. I don't know, but now I think it's interesting now because we already compared. Like, I'm curious to how Loki really is because we're already seeing people compare him to Kaido. They compared him to Doflamingo, and now he's feeling like he's getting compared to Odin. So it's like this person's making three other conquerors. Loki might be a conqueror. You know, the first dragon conqueror that we see. You know, but going this one here, right? And now, what we hear, too, about his lore is that also that all the giants couldn't even take him down. Because we said it earlier, they said that the giants all gained up to stop Loki.
He's stronger than that beast.
Stronger than what?
There was only one. Like, I don't even know why.
Right? But from what it says, what we read, right, that they couldn't take him down, but it looks like Loki was able to get away and left Elbaf to the seas where he was rampaging. Right? So he's rampaging on the seas. And then we found out who was the one that actually stopped him was Shanks. Right? And I believe, right, when I read this, I thought of, because this had, now timeline-wise, this took place 6 years ago. Around the time Shanks became a Yonko. So Shanks, I think one of the reasons why Shanks became a Yonko was the fact that we have a Loki rampaging the seas, getting remember his bounty at the time too, was 2.6 billion berries. And then Shanks comes along and stops him, right? I don't know if it's going to be the only reason, but to me, it's definitely one of the main reasons why he
Damn,
became Yonko.
yo. Your warlord theory is done, bro. He ain't defeat Shiki, dog.
It could be both.
I thought that it could be both.
could be both.
It could very much be both.
Being one dude don't make you a Yonko. Being some guy who was rampaging one day don't make you a Yonko.
Because the reason I thought, because like for example, even Luffy.
Blackbeard beat Marco and then became a Yonko.
He did a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, he did a lot more than that.
Did he?
Yes.
Did he?
But yeah, so I thought that was very interesting because the timeline, like for 6 years and everything, matches up with like what Shanks did. So I thought that was very interesting about how, and it could be also Shinky too, and that'll be kind of dope. He took down these two. It was like, all right, we got to consider Shanks to be a Yonko, right? Because also too, his bounty, it says special government bounty, and I wonder why is that? Because I don't know how long he's been rampaging on the seas, but we just know he got a bounty, and then eventually was stopped by Shanks. And that also shows too of why I guess he would have this grudge against Shanks to call him a coward because he defeated him, you know. So I think that's all I have for now. But yeah,
You think Shanks took out his eyes?
that would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
It's like, you know what?
That would be kind of wild. I don't think so. I don't think Shanks
Shanks not, you know,
He-
too afraid to lose a limb. Why would he be afraid to give some, you know?
I believe Shanks' roof was like that.
Yo, kid don't got an arm, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You saw what Yasuo did.
Y'all think Loki's legitimately blind right now?
No, I'm just saying, like, if he was though,
I mean,
Shanks just split his eyes open.
hey man, sometimes you gotta take a dude's eye from him.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You know, kid had a 3 billion bounty. He got one shot. Shanks probably one shot Loki. Yeah, low key, yo.
Yeah.
We really at it, bro.
Imagine.
Yo, just say it, bro.
Everybody just gets one.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of
bro.
crazy.
Yeah,
That'd
bro.
be kind of crazy.
Yeah. But are you done though?
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. Seb, go off.
All right, Lawrence took a lot of my talking points, so I'm gonna go, like listen. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad that he did. I loved it. He expanded on it even better than I had written in my notes. So thank you for that. That was beautiful, bruh. I thought the whole the sword and the spear. I was gonna bring that out. I was gonna bring out the different versions of Nika that Luffy represented. All of those people. I love that you. I love the examples that you used. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go into some of the other talking points that I had because it was a lot here.
Yeah.
First off, that dude rocked Roto. I don't know if y'all peeped that or not.
Yeah, I saw last.
That dude rocked Roto, bro.
It looked like the dude that was also telling Luffy.
Yeah, he said, yo, he cracked him, bro. I thought that was so funny when I read it. It's interesting to me that there is legitimate discourse on Elbaf about who and what the sun god is like. Similar to real life representations where people have different interpretations of the Bible, the Quran, and other ancient religious texts. So I'm glad Oda included that detail into the story. Like, I think anytime you can emulate what we experience on a day-to-day life in real, like into your story, I think it's good. And with this kind of lore, it's important that you do that. Because if you have this monolith of people that just believe one thing, you get you don't get a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I like that even within Elbaf, there is this debate as to what Nika is like, what the sun god is like. I also really enjoyed that element here where they're saying that everybody idolizes and basically wants to become this. So it's not just Loki. Apparently, it's not even King Harold.
Yeah.
Based off what Ja Rule said, his actions probably are something in the light of, I wanted to be the sun god. So what that is exactly, I'm not sure. But we saw Liberator, Ruler, which is another piece that people weren't talking about when they said it. They said God of Laughter, Liberator, and Destroyer. But Ruler was there too. Ruler was the first thing that was said, technically.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how, and again, that goes into the king and everything Heward's saying about the other conquerors that emulate this as well. So in general, I thought that was really interesting. Now, I mentioned the Bible, right? And I was going to lean on Lawrence and Lionel for this a little bit more. But in the Bible, but in this translation, in this conversation that was said, it said the world has been destroyed twice already. And that anything that happens next would be the third time that the world got destroyed. In the Bible, the world has been flooded once, and it's said that it's going to be destroyed again by fire. that could be a mistranslation. That could be something that I'm not fully reading correctly. But I remember Dad used to say that to us all the time when we would do our Bible studies. So I was gonna pass it to you, Lawrence. Is that accurate to the Bible's translations that the world will be destroyed again via fire?
No, the Bible doesn't say that.
Doesn't say it that way exactly.
And when it talks about, for example, the world, the Bible talks about, it mentions it's a lot of times it's symbolic, right? Because like the world or earth could make up people or the government system of things.
Okay.
Right. So mainly, the Bible talks about the people, like God's people, are the ones that are going to inherit the earth. So the meek ones, they're going to, and the earth was meant to stay forever. So it talked about God didn't create the earth simply for nothing. He created it to be inhabited, but with righteous people, his people, right? But he talks about it being destroyed more like the wicked worldly governments that oppress people, use violence, all that stuff. Like that's not part of God's kingdom. So that's going to be destroyed.
Right.
So yeah.
And I had a feeling you were going to say that, and that's what got me into the thought process of the world government. They represent the most wicked, evil version of what a worldly government would look like. And the fact that they possibly have been destroyed 2 times over, or possibly were the ones causing the destruction 2 times over. So we'll see. I also noticed that, and I enjoy, that Nika's role in this story is mired in mystery still. We just got a whole backstory, or not backstory, but a whole lot of lore about him, but we still have questions. Is he the hero? Is he the villain? We still don't know yet. And that's interesting because if you ever look at any backstory for Oda and how he writes, he doesn't typically leave the hero and the villain to our interpretation. You have dead set, this is the good guy of this story, whether it's tragic, backstory, whatever. This is the good guy. These are the bad people doing the negative thing to this person. These are the events that took place, and this is what happened, and this is who you're supposed to be rooting for. This would be, I don't know if it's the first time, but it's one of the rare occasions in the story where we would be going into a backstory where we don't know if the guy we're learning about is actually good or not. Like, we got the Odin backstory, etc., but we had, for the most part, pre-existing knowledge that 𝐽 loved him. Somebody that we had affection for, somebody that we had traveled with, loved this man. So did the other Scabbards, etc., and we had prior knowledge that he got played in some way. We didn't know what it was, but here, they're Oda's straight up telling us, we don't know. Is he the villain? Did he cause this destruction? Was it for a good reason? We don't know. And I think that's interesting. Like, I was really trying to scale back in my mind if there's ever been a story like that where we went in completely blind, or not blind, but completely like unaware of whether this was an actual good person. I still think Nika's probably a good person, but I do like that Oda's taking this like leap of risk here that's outside of the box of what he normally writes, like with a character this important. This late in the story. It's kind of wild to me. But hey, man, take risks. All right, so, oh man. I have so much here. I might have misinterpreted what 𝛾 said, but it seems like it said that Harold prophesized that he was going to be killed by his own son. That's kind of crazy to me. How did he prophesize that? How do you predict something like that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Right? And I thought that was really interesting, Brad. I really did. Like, and then that same element of them saying that he might have wanted to be Nika himself. Like, what does that mean? Like, did Nika go out in that same kind of blaze? Like, he get taken out by an offspring or something? I don't know. My mind was going crazy with that. The breakdown of Loki's past reminded me of Odin, just like it reminded Lawrence. And it also reminded me more of the Loki we're more familiar with in Norse mythology, like the jester, the jokester, the prankster, all the stuff. Like, similarly, I do believe that in Odin's case, he did those things, but there was a reasoning behind them that was for just reasons. Yeah. It was just misunderstood at the time, every time, like how we saw Odin's story. I don't think the same way. I don't think that's the case with Loki. I think he was just doing that stuff because he thought it was fun. And that, again, that's a part of Loki's character in general. The fact that 𝛾 didn't seem to have true disdain for Loki, even though he apparently witnessed the murder, I thought that was interesting too. Like, he speaks on him in a way that's just like, oh, well, he's, and maybe that's age, maybe that's wisdom, but maybe there's more to that story that he knows. And is like under some sort of agreement not to say.
Or he just forgot because there's a sword in his
It could be
That's
that.
possible
Yeah, that
too.
gag is hilarious.
That's
The
possible,
helmet
too.
saved my life.
That's possible too.
I will mention real quick too, but it could be. It's just also the way the giant warriors view death.
That's true.
You know, as long as it's in a way like a warrior's way,
Yeah.
and that's why they got so angry when the whole poison thing, because you don't. He yelled at the Straw Hats. You guys don't understand. Is because of I can't go out this way, being poisoned.
Yeah.
Because that's how they view a warrior's death. Very Viking-like.
And we'll go into a little bit more on that a little later, I think.
Yeah.
Loki having left the island was interesting too. I immediately thought of the 6 years ago. I have my theory of Shanks and Chicky. I still don't think it disproves it yet. I mean, it doesn't necessarily help it. But 6 years ago, Shanks became a Yonko. And for whatever reason, Loki has this crazy bounty on his head. And apparently Shanks defeated him at sea. And I thought the same thing. They said it took all of us and we around. No, you didn't, bro. Y'all, who lying? Why y'all here lying, bro? You talk about Usopp. You talk about Usopp. Y'all ain't do that, bro. That's not your body, bro. You ain't do that. Shanks went and did that for y'all. Don't be out here talking about, hey, man, we rounded Loki. No, you did it, bro.
That's where Usopp learned it from.
That man popped out and did his thing, and y'all was like, oh, Shanks, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. I also think it's interesting because we'll tie it back into the later part of the chapter, but Loki's bounty, right? Do you think he got the bounty because of what happened with him and Shanks, or do you think he had the bounty because he ate the devil fruit? Because he gave him a special bounty.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into that part, but like clearly they after him. Like even earlier, last chapter or whatever, they were looking for him. So it's like, is it strictly because you have this devil fruit that we want?
But they didn't even do that for Luffy though, and he legit has it.
They didn't know.
They
what I'm
know
saying?
now.
They
though.
know now, but
But his bounty didn't increase.
his bounty's still higher than.
It's not higher than kids though.
Well, they
Or
try to hide
laws.
it though. They're actively trying to hide that one, and it's.
I mean, but
easy.
he's on the poster in G5.
They tried to hide that too. Listen, the world government be messing up. You got to the Zoro part, right? Not fully, but you got to the beginning of it, I think.
No.
Oh no? Oh, then I'll shut up.
Yeah, I didn't get to the Zoro part.
All right.
You mean when he's talking to Luffy?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Then that's it for me. But
Yeah.
Lawrence, seriously, you spin, bro.
No.
Thank you.
I thought Lawrence did a very good job, honestly, too.
Thank you.
I brought up before on, I think, episode... Let me check real quick. I brought up... I can't even find it. Anyway, I brought up before that the world government might have not been the evil ones, right? Like, they've literally probably were, like, the people who were probably trying to do something good, and then Joy Boy came along and tried to defend the ancient kingdom regardless of their intentions, right? And it always goes back to like what Tom said to Frankie and Iceberg about how when you create something, it's not necessarily deemed evil, even though it could cause great devastation, right? It depends on who the person is that's controlling it. So anything you create, just let it rock. And somehow, some way, when we got to Vegapunk, we started to ask ourselves, even so, if pacifistas were a great thing to have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about who's in control, and then we saw that through Egghead. Whoever was in control of the pacifistas brought good harm or good harm, right? So it's like bad harm or good harm. So it's bringing up the question again. Who's right, who's wrong? And Vegapunk once said through the broadcast that it was a difference in ideologies, right? He can't say who was good or who was evil.
Mm-hmm.
And that's now bringing back that same sentiment that we don't know if Nika was a good person. We don't know if it was a bad person. We don't know if he was a destroyer. We don't know if he was a liberator. You know, we don't know many things about this person, but every time he does, the world does somehow change significantly. Either it be for the good or the bad. And I think it always brings up the question that so many people live in this world where they're trying to survive. And when you're trying to survive, sometimes you have to grow accustomed to the system in order to do so. If not, you get taken advantage of because you're too weak, right? or you're trying to play the hero of your own story, which ends up making you a villain, right? When we look at Kaido was a part of a kingdom that was suffering from heavenly tributes, which brought the country to ruin. And he was forced into the army at the age of like 10. And he became so out of control that the kingdom itself wanted to sell him to the Marines in order for them to just survive. And Kaido said, why do you live by these people's rules? Why not fight back? Right? In some sense, Kaido was against the system, but then he learned he's probably, one, not strong enough, or two, he doesn't have the attraction of the people behind him in order to gain this this increasingly excessive amount of strength in order to combat the system. So then he has to join it, and he has to become like it. You know, in order to fight fire, you need to have fire itself, right? People think that way. And then Nika comes along and basically hits the reset button on the world and goes, you know, whoever is at this time appointed in power, they've been corrupted throughout time, and now I need to reset it, and everybody goes back to what it used to be, right? And then okay, let's try again. And to some people, he's evil, right? Some people, he's good. And I think we've seen that within the show as well, in the anime, where like when people are fighting Gear 5 Luffy, sometimes his eyes are red. And he looks evil to the people that are trying to like, they're villainous already. And then where there's people that's like good, he looks like silly and goofy. So it's like, it's a play on, is he good, is he evil? It's your many interpretations. And I think that's pretty great. But I really want to know, like, for me personally, has he always been a good figure? That's it. Like, has he always been a good figure? Like, because to me, if I'm the world government or the alliance, and I know that this ancient kingdom is creating these ridiculous weapons of destruction, you then have to ask yourself, is that not an evil itself? Regardless of what's being created, somebody can come along with evil intentions and destroy my kingdom because you built it. And that's where it's tying all the way back to what Tom said from when I first started this rant. So it's bringing me into the forward focus where it's like perspectives now. Who's right, who's wrong? You don't really ever know, right? Lucci, for example, was brought into the CP system at a young age because of whatever was happening with him. But to him, justice was simple. Take out people that were evil. That way the world could live in peace. The same way for Akainu. Take out Marines that defect because they're not fighting for the greater good. Even though this can be ill-mannered or greatly misconstrued in their mind, they're doing right. Marines think that when they take out pirates, they're doing right. Meanwhile, pirates are going out to sea because they're suffering from the system. So it's like, but then the system is in place because if people learned of ancient weapons, then they could use them and raise the sea level, and then everybody passes away. So it's like, this is a full circle of, I wouldn't say contradiction, but it's like a fail-safe that the government has. And though they may be evil, it's all coming full circle where this is needed. So for me, is Nika liberating the need, or is Nika liberating the reaction to the need? And that's where I'm starting to get confused a little bit, because now I'm like, this is one big melting pot of a mess. But if we're going into religious ways, man is not perfect, right? Mm-hmm. Like God made us in his image, but he also gave us free will. And that free will led us to do whatever we may please to do. We may serve him, or we may do our own thing, which leads to our imperfection. So it's like, I guess I'm asking, like, where does this end? Or do we just keep revolving the same story? Especially if we're never going to get it right. And I don't think they're ever going to get it right either, because if Nika has to keep coming along, then what's... I'm not saying there needs to be a resolution, because, as you know, even Vegapunk said, as a scientist, he's never going to find perfection. But it's the chase of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's really all I had to say. That's what made me think about all that stuff. And I mentioned like the symbol on his shield with Lawrence's speech. Yeah, man. It does make this a very, very interesting topic of conversation moving forward. Because now you got to look at like the Holy Knights or like even the Celestial Dragons to a T. And even though they're suffering from success, right? They're suffering from success. It's the result of just being in that position because you probably took out something that was evil to the world.
Yeah, possibly.
So how do you keep people in check?
Domination.
How do you, I don't know,
Hey,
you know,
man.
at that point, it's how do you keep people in check? How do you keep people from like acting out? I don't know.
I don't know, but the answer can't be a lie.
Can't be. This is what like, when you go back to like shows like Naruto, and you go back to like Madara's plan of the infinite Tsukiyomi, it makes you think like, yo, was he wrong? Like, granted, you're imposing your truth upon others, right? But it's like, it isn't always easy to reflect the truth within a person's, within a person. Like, you can't always show them a mirror and show them what they can't see, you know? So how do you show them the truth? How do you show them their truth? How do you let them know that they're evil or what they're doing is wrong? Some are willing to die for what they feel and what they believe because that's what they think is right. And it's like, are they truly wrong at that point? Well, most likely, but it's like, how can you dissuade them if what they've ever experienced was wrong? You know? Like if a child is brought up from birth to think that murking people is the only way to live, then they're never going to think it's wrong. And sometimes these celestial dragons are literally taught slavery. They're taught that like Luffy, like Dofi.
Mm-hmm.
When he came down, he was like, yo, kneel to me. That's all he's ever known. That's what he thought was right. And then he grew older and understood like it's not right, but it's the way I survive. It's the way I want to live because that's what I'm used to. That's my normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not his fault entirely, right? You can't say it is. He does have to make a choice one of these days to face his judgment, but that's not entirely his fault. Your brain is now then hardwired to think that way.
Yeah, a teaching of a better way is a must. They have to know because, like you said, if people don't know right from wrong, how would they do what's right?
Yeah.
Because all they're taught was wrong. But that's where it comes with the education and teaching them and helping them learn. And then also providing the better, like the good. Because you could teach someone this one, but their situation hasn't changed. They're going to go back to what they were taught. So it takes a lot. You got to put them into a better environment. But then now, when everything goes right, now is their choice. You're taught better and you're given better. Things to provide while other things to live off and everything. Now, what's your choice here?
Yeah.
You know?
And I guess what I'm trying to say is like, there are people that knowingly know that they're doing wrong. That's for sure. And anybody that murks somebody else, you have to punish them to a degree, right? Like you have to be able to criticize them in their ways and be like, yo, you can't be within our people because of what you've done, right? There's just acts you can't allow.
Right.
But then those people are like, what I'm saying is they're also brought up to think that way too. And it's like Doflamingo at one point was aware enough to know that whoever won Marineford War was going to dictate who was justice. And that's another point in and of itself is that like he knew that. So it's like, it's a complicated situation. It's a complicated topic. It's a philosophical topic too. It's very intense. And I wonder where Old is going to go with it.
Yeah.
But my bad for talking so long.
Nah, you good, man. You good. Marv, we got some notes saying that we saw some lag. Did you see that? Are we still seeing that? Okay. All right. Our bad, y'all, for any technical difficulties. What?
Yeah, but I'm done. Yeah. Guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. We're going to do some super chats until 8 p.m. And then we're going to jump into the final part of the chapter.
Yeah, and then we'll try to get the calls. We got another 5 from Dopey. It says, I was able to gather all the villagers' valuables. Please let all the women from the village go. Most are mothers and some are pregnant. Hashtag Larry Tax.
Terrible,
Oh
bro.
my goodness.
Terrible, bro.
Even after your dragon speech, it's crazy.
Another 2 from creator Keon. It says, the Larry Tax is real. Can we get much higher? So high. That was a weird moment in time. Anyway, another Nakama joined the ship in Maurizio Amaro. So enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Nakama. Another 5 from Ultramix. Don't read. Oh. I'm going to read it out loud anyway. Don't read this out loud, Seb. Subtly point to who you think has the worst takes between Larry and Law.
Yo, that's crazy. Mr. Rayleigh
Hey, man.
beats Kizaru himself.
That's not what I said, bro. Lawrence was-
Mr. Marco wasn't needed at Wano himself.
we all have our moments, okay?
Oh my god.
We all have our moments, bro. I had to go with the longevity and what we know of
You do
from
know
everybody.
me and Lawrence be on the same side sometimes.
Listen,
more
sometimes.
Than, more than me and you be on the same side.
Sometimes.
You know that, right?
Sometimes. Listen, man. Lawrence was spitting today. I couldn't point at him
Oh,
today.
so Lawrence spits today.
I couldn't point at him today.
He didn't work today, and you're like, yo,
Couldn't point-
isn't this recency bias?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Maybe so. The other 5 from Bro
He
Darkness.
was cooking though.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna chop that up.
It says, had to dip into my savings for this,
my
but
God.
totally worth it. LOL. Hashtag Larry Tax.
Stop.
Another 10 from Big Mike 33. It says, can't believe how much the Larry Tax has improved my life. My kids are all healthy and not trapped in a basement somewhere. Hashtag Larry the Goat. Hashtag Whitey
Now that
Tax.
I know that, I'm coming.
Wow. Hashtag Whitey Tax. Hashtag propaganda.
Okay.
Another 5 from Maurizio, our newest Nakama. It says, I think Yamato is going to recruit all the Tobiropo members like Odin did for his squad in his journey. Somebody had commented that earlier. I'm
Might
not
be a little
opposed.
theory coming around.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it, but maybe.
What was it again?
Maurizio?
No.
Oh. Well, what was the theory?
Yeah.
That Yamato's going to recruit all the Tobiropo members.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Some of them are really loyal to Kaido, man. Like, really loyal. So we'll see. Another 5 from Kirby. It says, weird question, but with Kobe being future fleet admiral and Sabo being head of the Revs, who would win an end of series match in y'all's opinion? Hashtag, where's Ja? Which apparently is Lionel.
Kobe.
Kobe versus Sabo?
Y'all gonna make me say
At the
Sabo,
end?
man. I can't with y'all, bro.
At the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe.
I'm going Sabo.
I'm thinking Sabo.
I hope Sabo's dead by then, though, honestly.
Wow.
Kobe's had the highest incline besides Luffy in the show.
That is true.
It would be crazy mathematically to say that
Yeah.
Sabo is going to be stronger than Kobe by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make me glaze Sabo anymore, bro. The other 5.
Didn't
from,
you try telling me that Kobe had conquers Haki at one point?
Listen, he might could. I'm saying by the end of the series, unless we get some epilogue where like Kobe's 30 years old. Like, I'm
Okay, bro.
talking about the Kobe we see right now. Come on, man. Another 5 from I'm Dreadhead Luffy. It says, Luffy at the end of Wano versus Kaido 1v1, no fight prior. Am I tripping for saying Kaido wins? No, you are not.
Not even a little bit.
No, you are not tripping. Hashtag is Kaido top 5 all time? Maybe. Yes, he says. Hashtag topped is the Gorosei. Hashtag Marv is Emu. Another 5 from Rono Ronan. It says, with all the trolling from 2024, we need to start a Sebi tax. I got you, Larry. And where did Roger find Straw Hat he gave to Shanks? Hashtag Sebi tax is real. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The youngest we've seen Roger, he already had it when he met Ray.
So maybe. Yeah, I can't think of a place that you found it, bro. Another 10 from Shake That Hole. This is random. But who is the son of a shepherd? If y'all know this reference, then y'all some real ninjas, and everyone better like the stream. Shout out to Ralph. All right? All right? If y'all know who the son of the shepherd is, bro, it's Ralph from Ed, Edd and Eddy. I hope y'all got that, bro. Another 2. From NYC Anime Nerd, it says, Larry D. One Word, come take the hunter exam with me with a heart emoji. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that would be a fire goal, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Super chat goal.
I don't think so, bro.
Did you hear about this hunter exam thing?
The real life hunter exam?
It's too intense, it looks like.
Basically, this dude, NYC Anime Nerd, suggested that we have our next super chat goal be Larry goes to take the hunter exam. I think it's in the DMV, somewhere in DC or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's up to Larry, but I feel like you would enjoy it. No?
I would.
You wouldn't or would?
I would.
Well, why not?
I ain't trying to meet people, bro.
That's fair.
I'm gonna keep it a bug.
That's fair. You go to Mascon or something.
If I did, I'd go to Mascon and like fake dreads.
I don't know if they'll let you. I don't know how strict they are in the Hunter Society or whatever. But we'll see. Another 2 from Kirby. It says hashtag #SebiTax, hashtag twin tax loading, hashtag MarvTax with some sort of wizard emoji. I don't know what that is. Another 5 from Mira B. It says, I think I will be a great pirate in One Piece because my pops ain't ish either. Wow. Hashtag Larry Tax, hashtag Sebastian Hacks. Okay.
Make up with that man, bro.
Listen, don't make up with your father. Hook off, bro.
Okay.
I'm fully
Or do what
support
Dog
that.
did.
Nah, you were wilding.
Nah.
Don't do that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a full proponent of hooking off on your dad if he was a terrible father, but don't be trauma dumping in here, bro. Don't do that. Yeah, bro. Another 2 from Spencer Jones. It's MLK Day, so no Larry Tax. Hashtag don't even got to bust it open. Shout out to Spencer Jones, man, from the Shonen Syndicate. We got another 5 from Mohammed Lear. It says, Yo, Seb, Netflix has announced with Oda's approval that they are making a live-action versions of the One Piece movies like Filmzy or Strong World. Did they? Is that true?
I have no idea, and if so, that's gonna be a bad decision.
I feel like a Z movie could work. But only because it actually has dramatic action and stakes and tension and stuff.
Bro, I don't care, bro. I really don't. Anything live action right now is not an interest to me.
That's fair. Another 5.
It's just terrible. Like, Dragon getting introduced for what reason right now? The only time we seen him was at Lowtown.
Well, Lowtown gets covered in the...
But I'm saying, that was like literally...
You're going to not have the scene, bro? You gotta have the scene.
10 seconds.
You got to have the scene. You got to cast somebody for the scene.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it deserves like a cast, like...
Oh, you mean it shouldn't have been announced?
Yeah,
it should have
just happened.
That's
and
fine.
then once it happens, and it's done.
That's
You're not
fine.
going to see Dragon for another
they take,
20 million
They
episodes.
take liberty. So for all you know, they have a whole revolutionary
I'm not trying to
army.
get all that. I'm not trying to get all that. Yeah.
Shout out to the live action, man. Shout out to Matt Owens and the guys over there. Another 5 from Mira B. It says, speaking on power scaling, I thought Toriko had a good system. Rare food equals recipes equals better buffs. Plus, that intro song is top tier. Hashtag guts, guts, guts. I've never watched Toriko in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Yeah. Another 2 from Rono Ronan. It says, the Sebi tax is real with Whitebeard's voice. I can't do that voice, bro. I'm sorry. Another 5 from Akuma. It says, everyone's so focused on where we are. What do you think would be next? I hope something with the revs. Hashtag Larry D. Clown. Top equals better Mondays. Like the stream. Mwah. Thank you. Where are we going next?
I feel like we worry about the future. We can never enjoy the present. And that's why people got anxiety. But when the doctor asked me what I thought about my anxiety, I said, man, that's my future observation.
I just said no trauma dumping in here. I just said it.
Honestly, I think the Garp situation.
They said, yo, is somebody... I'm going to just read it now because it just popped up and I saw it. Anthony Herrera with the 5 says, Happy Fishman Day. Love y'all guys. Hashtag Blackberry Gang.
Wow.
That's wild, bro. Oh, man. That's wild. Another 2 from...
Sebastian say, we don't do that here. We don't do those fisherman things here.
Oh man.
There's only two kinds of people: Chinese and the king. What y'all know?
Number 2, from Fremos, it says, who y'all got current Ray Lee versus Cat? Hashtag Ray over Zoro. I feel like it's a good fight.
It's a good fight. I'd say Cat.
I'm thinking Ray.
It's a decent amount to deal with. I kind of want to go Ray.
I got Ray.
I'm going to go Cat. I don't be giving him no respect. I don't give him a lot of love, man. I'll go Cat, man.
You don't need that, bro. Don't give him no sympathy.
No,
bro.
it's not sympathy. I thought it was a good
Don't give him no
fight.
sympathy, bro.
He younger, bro. He's younger.
But you got Marco over Cat. Does that mean you got Marco over Ray too?
Sure. You're gonna have to say that too.
See what I mean?
soon.
No, I'm not saying that.
It's gonna
That's
be
something
you.
I'm not
It's
gonna say.
it's
That's not
be,
real.
It's gonna be you.
The stuff I'm saying is
That's
gonna be real.
you.
It's gonna be no speculation.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
you
be
soon.
100% real.
That's gonna be you soon,
It's
man.
not. It's not.
All
I'm
right,
not
let's get back
making
to the
nothing.
chat. That
Yeah.
way we can finish it up and then finish the super chats and then take Discord calls.
Mhm.
All right, another big speaking point in the chapter. So bear with me as I read, okay? If you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. Appreciate you guys. We've come to the final part of the chapter. On the outskirts of town, Luffy and Zoro are having a conversation. Zoro tells Luffy that he was wondering why he was being weird and fidgety. Loki obviously murked King Harold, and the whole country hates him. Everything he told Luffy was a lie. Luffy yells at Zoro and tells him, but Loki tells him he knows where Shanks is. Does Zoro have any idea how badly he wants to see him? Zoro responds by saying, of course, all the time, and it's a way for him to take advantage of you. Luffy yells at Zoro again and says, you think Loki doesn't even know? Zoro says that he's just basing it on his reputation. He hasn't seen him yet. Then we see a little flashback of a panel of Loki telling Luffy he knows where Shanks is. Luffy says if he's lying, I'm not letting him go. I'll beat him up. Nami is annoyed. She was wondering why they were sneaking around. She doesn't think they can get anywhere without her. Zoro tells Luffy that he'll get the keys to Loki's cuffs, but first, they'll decide if he's telling the truth or not. Luffy wants to know why Roto is here with them. Nami replies, he's my servant. Roto says out loud, it's an honor to be one. Zeus comes out of nowhere and tells Roto that he's number 3 and being Nami's servant. He's number 1, and Sanji's number 2. Roto loves the stimulating torture method. He thinks he and Nami share a great deal since they're both navigators. Nami tells him to never close the distance between them again. But she also feels bad they're not attending the feast anymore. Roto says they're all drunk now. They won't remember anything. Nami wants to know about the treasure in the castle, and it's the only reason she came along with them. We go to the underworld next, and Loki laughs. He refuses the cloaked people's offer. He doesn't want to spend one life stooping to the level of trash. He thanks them for the invitation to the most noble knighthood in the world. He wonders what they are, celestial dragons? The man who resembles Shanks calmly wants to know where's the intel from. The female cloaked person lets down her hood and says that agents dispatched to Elbaf sent one last transmission that a giant crow had appeared. Nothing since then. We don't have dirt on Loki. But now that she's heard him herself, Loki's supremely insolent. She wants to erase him. Then her name is revealed to be Gunko, and she's a holy knight. The Shanks look-alike tells her not to get ahead of herself. Then a giant underworld wolf approaches her. Loki tells the wolf to gobble her up. She's upset the wolf breathed on her. She releases a bandage shaped like an arrow, wraps it around the wolf's neck, and shoots it upward. The wolf is in midair hanging. Loki cries out to the wolf. The Shanks-like character says if they ordered to spare its life, would that change Loki's mind? Loki replies if he's offering him a deal. If that's the case, then their fate is sealed. They should die and be at peace. Yes, he'll be sad and angry, but a warrior doesn't quibble and whine about his way of death. Instead, he'll feed on the rage he'll feel and use it to bring the world to ruin. So, Seb, what did you think about the final part of the chat?
So I liked Zoro's little noticing of Luffy's interest in Loki and everything, and him having that little moment where he identified, like, yo, you was being finicky back there, whatever. I thought that was cool. Like, I don't think we get enough Luffy and Zoro moments post time skip. I think we want more of that. I want more of that.
Word.
And I'm excited that they have this, like, the trio. Like, I was kind of confused when I first read the chapter to see, like, is Zoro going with them or is he staying back? Because I was trying to make it out. Because when I saw the bubbles on the ship, it seemed as though Zoro was, like, still down there and Luffy was yelling out to him. But I think Zoro was just with them on the ship, right? Okay. I was confused at that.
He's gonna check if Loki's lying.
Yeah, which, cool.
Knowing Zoro, he's probably gonna hook off. If Loki's there.
It's also funny because I feel like this is a common theme with Zoro is that, like, how do I say this? He'll judge a book by its cover. Like, he heard these rumors and was like, yo, Loki's obviously lying, right? But, like, he also, once the truth's revealed, will, like, take a firm stance in some other, you know what I mean? So it's just funny to me, like, that. I think that's more proof that, like, Loki's telling the truth and is a good guy in general. Because Zoro has this, like, little, well, I'm just going based off the reputation that he has. I thought that was interesting because that's your introduction. Like, you got this negative connotation in your introduction and, like, it was the opposite. So I thought that was funny. Nami being there with Roto was also pretty funny. Shout out to the OG 3, bro. This is, like, way back in the day, you know? Just 3 of them on the boat and some other guy, whatever. But I thought that was cool. Moving past that, the Loki interaction with the 2 Holy Knights. They straight up invited him to be a Holy Knight, which I thought that was kind of wild. Like, you could do that? You could just get a Holy Knight stamp just like that? Like, yo, they want this fruit that bad? Like, they want it that bad? They offering dudes Holy Knight seats? That's kind of crazy. I guess there is an opening now, right? they got new members. They need to recruit. That's kind of funny. I thought Gunko's design was dope. I really liked it. Shout out to them legs. Long legs, man.
She might be a minor, bro.
I hope not. I'll probably regret that later. If that's the case. But shout out to Gunko, man. The design's still cool.
Yeah. It's all
her
right.
eyes look a little weird, but that's part of it.
She gives me
She looks like Koala.
like Uta vibes.
Yeah, a little bit. She looks like Koala. She has like the hat or whatever.
Uta had different color eyes?
No, but she had
Different
that
color hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we saw earlier, like, she has, like, some sort of weird bondage ability or whatever. Like, there's, like, an arrow pointing to now, but, like, she's able to tie things up. I thought that was kind of cool. Fake Shanks, or whatever his name, they call him Stabs. He seems pretty level-headed.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I guess he's more similar to Shanks than people thought, but he's like, yo, offer him the deal again. Kind of like, yo, if we spare this dude's life, like, will you join us? Will you change your mind about the deal? I love Loki's response. And I know, like, this is a wolf or a dog or whatever it is. Like, it probably doesn't have any major connection to him where he cares too much. But, like,
he grew up with them, bro.
Maybe, bro. I don't know.
He said he did. I mean,
Listen,
go ahead.
bro, listen, man.
It would be crazy if this koala like copycat. Because remember, she was in slavery.
Yeah.
So if they were experimenting with children, I wouldn't be far off from it, bro. There might be some imperfection, the same way the Shanks lookalike might be one.
Maybe, but like,
I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna get messy if that's true.
I'm good on that. Personally, I'm good on that. Why are we cloning koala for? I guess just as a random experiment.
You're cloning any children.
But I liked his response, and we talked about this earlier about the way of the warriors and things. It's like, yo, like, your fate's sealed. Like, I'm not about to cry over spilled milk. If he gotta die, he gotta die. Like, I'm not gonna bend the knee to you because you captured this dude. I'll use it to feel my rage. I thought that was dope. Like, if you're gonna take him out, but I'm not gonna change up. And I don't know. I'm interested in this reaction. It doesn't seem like he's noticed this guy's face at all yet, which I think is funny. Because Larry did a whole, like, how he'll feel about the Luffy seeing this person. I'm very interested to see what Loki got to say about seeing this person, though. I'm good on the Luffy thing. I actually kind of agree with you a little bit. Like, if you're gonna give us Shanks and Luffy's reunion, don't don't like do this too, right? But like the Loki in this dude, if he thinks he's Shanks, like that could be really interesting to me anyway. So I'm excited for that. But I didn't have much else. That's kind of it.
All right, Law.
So yeah, I liked how, like you mentioned, Sebastian, how Zoro noticed Luffy's behavior early on, but just didn't say anything. He's like, he's being weird, like fidget everything, and how now him putting it together, right? Showing that, like you mentioned, that Zoro's a level-headed one, but also like looking out for Luffy. Like, you know, you're captain. He's not acting like his normal self. I wonder what it is, but Luffy's also Luffy, so we'll see it later on, right? And how this back and forth, right? He's like let Luffy know, because one, it makes me laugh because Luffy, even though he could kind of read people, he also can't do it that well, right? We always talk about, for example, back on Jaya, right, where you had clearly a shady-looking person is in Daikyu is handing out apples. Some of them are explosive, some of them are not. Zoro immediately says that. It was like, man, get out of here. Then sees Luffy grab it, goes like, yells at Luffy, don't take an apple and eat it. But Luffy eats one, and then boom, something explodes. And the way Oda did it made you believe that it was Luffy, but Luffy's looking around like, what just happened? And then we hear from Daikyu. He says, oh, you chose a good apple. Because I've been handing out apples, some of them are explosions. So he was kind of letting people be their fate, so to speak, who chooses a good apple and who chooses a bad apple, right? But clearly, like Zero's thing, so like, this person is clearly shady. Don't trust him. Don't take an apple from him. But Luffy thought it was innocent. Yeah, I can take an apple. It's fine. It's free, whatever. So Luffy has this kind of trusting innocence about people, even if they look shady or they could steer him wrong. Because to me, 100%, why would Shanks tell Loki where he's going? You know, why would he just do it? They're not friends. We fought before and I captured you. He's a fan of Elbaf. He's like, that's his people. You kind of seem like you're trying to destroy it. Or you even, I don't know Shanks' relationship to King Harold, but what if that was his friend? You know? And maybe Shanks only kept him alive out of respect for his friend. That's your father, my friend that you took out. So out of respect for him, I kept you alive, but I'm stopping you here. You know? So why would Shanks be like, oh yeah, I'm going this way, just so you know. Like, I don't see that happen. I believe, especially how the pranks, the trickster, it's very much in this, what we seemingly don't know really much about the real Loki, right? But how they're showing it, it seems like he was going to say anything to get what he wants because he's the prankster, he's a trickster, he does whatever to deceive people and have it his way, right? So, I believe he's 100% trying to, like Zoro said, he's using this to take advantage of you or manipulate you, right? And that's kind of what we understand of what the lore around Loki in general. That's what he is, you know? So, the fact that Zoro's going into it, how Zoro's going to decide if he's telling the truth or not, I guess you can kind of see if someone's lying. To me, I kind of feel like your conquerors kind of allows you to do so. I don't know. Maybe it's just me just gassing conquerors up, but I kind of feel like you have this intuitive ability with conquerors, right? I don't know, but we'll see that going on. And, So, to me, Nami coming along with him, to me, it made it seem like, I don't know why, even though she didn't present it this way, it kind of seemed like a needy Nami here. Like, you guys are not going any place without me. Because obviously they could get there, but...
Could they?
To the castle? Yeah, they could get there.
I mean, Roto's there.
Yeah.
Could they, though? Well, she's only there because Nami's there.
Yeah, true. But I think they could... The main thing is like...
she came for the treasure, bro.
I know, she did. But it became of needy. But also, too... The dynamic, I know you talk about the original three, but I actually don't necessarily like this dynamic. Only because the only reason why is could be sour flashbacks. One, now you have two of the most prone trouble getting in people, as in Luffy and Zoro. They're the people that get in the most trouble. By themselves together is like the worst, right? But if you think back at Jaya, right, we had the whole where they're going to go into a right, and then because of Nami, so to speak. She told him not to fight, and then later what happened, right? Granted, we all know it was because Luffy viewed this as nonsense, not really wanting to. But it's like, to me, all I see is Nami's going to be one to kind of hold them back.
I also remember you saying that you wish that we had a longer stretch of time where it was just Luffy and Zoro.
Yes.
I remember you having that notion back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of want them more too, because now we really, like you said, we rarely get it. And usually when it's just them two, it's very short-lived, and then someone else comes. Even back on Egghead. Rob Lucci and Kaku come, you know? But like a time where we see Luffy, and the most time we most recently got it was on Wano, when in that desert, and when they were fighting, I mentioned the sumo wrestler and the other ones.
His name was Uramichi.
Who, the sumo wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it's mostly that Nami could kind of hold them back. But also, too, I could kind of see this in a potential where Luffy and Zoro could kind of not necessarily make Elbaf their enemies, but I'm thinking about where this is going right now, especially if they steal the treasure or linking up to like what's going to happen with potentially with Loki. Either going to free Loki. Ultimately, I could kind of even see, which I'm going to get to, but I'm going to say it now, I guess, but I was going to get to it later on. But leading into it is that I was just kind of surprised, one, that the Holy Knights are offering Loki this position. I'm like, where did this even come from? But then you brought out the ability-wise, right? Okay, makes kind of sense. You want that ability because whatever for reasons, right? They know about it because they probably seen it 6 years ago, right? Why they would want it. But to me, it's like you legit have a free shot at him, right? You know abilities respond. Don't know how you would get it back, but I kind of feel like you guys could kind of like take him out and then somehow get the ability later on, you know? Though, granted, how it's going to respond, but I don't know how, through his means or whatever. Still don't understand how 𝙏𝐼𝐻 got it. 𝙏𝐼𝐻 has connections. He was a celestial dragon. How did he get the mirror, you know, after Ace's passing? I'm not trying to say
He
some
runs the
celestial.
underworld, bro.
But then also, too, I thought of how the world government even got the 𝙏𝐼𝐻. They're getting these abilities somehow, right? I don't know what it is, but they're able to get, you know, these abilities. So I'm thinking, why not just take Loki out and try to get it yourself? Or like, you know, in a way where like you would make it respond closest to you. Because if you want to go by like a basket of fruits or whatever is where it responds to, because we've seen that one ability pop up in a pile of fruits. But like, why are you trying to like game to your side when, for to me, it's like when you know a little bit about Loki, you want dirt on him, you're trying to put yourself in a situation where you have to have dirt on him to gain him to your side, right? To me, that's not how the Celestial Dragons would roll. Is either you obey us or, you know, we take you out. Mm-hmm. Why is it different with Loki? He's going to be so troublesome for you. He's not going to listen to you. So why are you trying to get him on your side through these means instead of just doing what, to me, what you guys would normally do? Take him out, experiment on him, take his ability. You know, take his DNA, something. So you have to get his ability. I don't know. But I
figure that they can't potentially?
Maybe. I feel like
but they've been trying to get Giants on their team for a minute, bro.
True.
Like, they've been trying to make them.
He's technically the prince, right? Potentially, he's not the next in line.
Essentially, he
king,
can sleep with other people and make more Giants.
It could literally be their tie to have Elbaf as their territory.
Okay.
Or a country underneath them. Like, it could be that. Like,
yeah.
Maybe.
Like, he's
and
royalty.
he's royalty. Yeah.
Like, it's there's more there than just, let me get this devil fruit.
Yeah.
Which is why
the devil fruit is probably the most like minuscule thing of his
I can't say that. I can't go that far. They here for a reason. Yeah,
Loki was
they ain't pull up to 𝐴𝑗. You know what I'm saying? They ain't looking for him.
It's true.
So I wonder, was Loki considered a pirate when he went out? They didn't say a pirate, right? Because for all we know, this is what the pirate he could have been talking about.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I want to talk about, like, no, let's try to get Loki to our side or something. I don't know how that makes sense. Could be, could not be. But just a thought.
I think we lagging again.
Is the Wi-Fi lagging again, Marv? Yeah, guys. We apologize about the lag, man.
Might be back now. I don't know.
No lag now.
No lag? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize about that, guys.
Yo, would y'all have taken the deal?
No.
No.
I'm
in the One Piece world and, like, we the way we are. Like, it's going to be different, bro.
I might have taken it so I can escape and then try to finesse. But, because, like, right now you just chained up in, like, a frozen tundra. Like, it kind of sucks. Like, I'm trying to be out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but he's been there for 6 years.
How much faith I got?
At this
That's
point,
what I'm saying.
it's like, I can't last another 2 weeks.
He might be baking on that.
It's
deal
baking on
with
Luffy. Yeah, I
that
guess
deal
that's
with
the
Luffy.
case.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting how Loki viewed the Celestial Dragons in total. He called them, like, scum.
Yeah.
Like, you know? And the only other person that we hear kind of say that is 𝙏. You know? I thought it was very interesting. 𝙏 was like when, what's his name? Sabo's brother mentioned he wanted to be one.
Yeah.
He blatantly says, "Oh, you want to be one of those scums, like pieces of whatever." But now we have Loki saying it to their face, whatever, how he viewed them. So I thought it was very interesting. Like, I don't know how much he knows about the Celestial Dragons, but to outright view them, because the Giants don't really get much information from the outside world. But I guess you just know the Celestial Dragons are your enemies, you know. But like you guys mentioned, like this person who looks like Shanks, seeming to me, I wouldn't say necessarily like Shanks, but he seems calm like him. But I don't know why. You know how Oda always does those lines by their eyes. We only really get that from Shanks when he's like, you know, in like a battle ready mode, right? I'm not saying he's not in a battle ready mode because why would you? This guy's chained up, right? But for some strange reason, I don't know why. You know who we always get that look from, no matter what situation he is? Mihawk. Mihawk always has those lines on his eye, like he's dreading something. I don't know. It's just weird. So I was just like we saw it here with this version of this Shanks looks like, but we always get it from Mihawk. Like I wonder why Oda draws that in. What does that mean in his writing? You know.
Yeah.
But besides from that, it looks like this person could turn his whole body, Gunko, into bandages because it's coming from their arm. So it's not like you're creating it; you're turning into it. And then you could release it, different part of your body. How it choked up the wolf. And that's what I really have here.
Yeah. Gunko's design is alright. I'm not too much into it, to be honest. Definitely has a paramecia, devil fruit. Loki's a bad A. I like Loki. I like the way he's like defying them and calling them basically trash. That was dope, bro. Like, that's Conqueror stuff right there. I think we're gonna start seeing that very, very soon. That he's one of these guys. When I looked at Gunko's power, it reminded me of Emu a little bit with the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. I didn't have much thoughts though towards the end, to be honest. I just really liked. I just think that Loki's just getting a lot of time to speak, and he just sounds mad cool, bro. Like I'm waiting for him to be released at this point. Like I just want to see him perform. I want to see him like act out. I do think that his mindset is very harsh, but I think for some reason Usopp is going to be the one to set him straight and correct the path that he's just been on. Like he might, if they're both supposed to be liars, Usopp might be like, yo, why do you keep lying to like the people? Like he might start having that inner reflection where they might reflect off each other. Because remember, Usopp used to do pranks too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of interest that these two have. So I'd like to see them interact at least once. I'd like to see the outcome of it. But, yo, listen, man. Dragon once said when the Holy Knights start mobilizing, that's when we move. So I don't know how he's going to find out that Holy Knights are on Elbaf, but if he does, yo, I hope dragons show up, bro. Straight up. Take care of this Shanks lookalike for us, bro. Get him out of here, bro. Straight up, bro. I ain't trying to see none of it, bro, with him and Luffy. Like, F that, man. Just take him out, bro.
That's the reason I don't have a problem with it. I think it would be interesting.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
I know the concept you brought out, that's bad, but I feel like Luffy will determine that this is not Shanks right off the bat.
What if Luffy just hooks off?
This is like somebody giving you microwavable mac and cheese instead of you waiting for Thanksgiving when your grandmother cooks it. It's the same mac and cheese, but it's just different quality, bro. Like you've been dying for that grandma mac and cheese. Who told you to bring this craft over here, bro? Punch you in your face.
I'm mad because my grandma's dead, dog, and I ain't never having her mac and cheese again.
Jason got the recipe, bro.
Ain't the same, bro. And he know it.
But that's what I'm saying, yo. It's not the same. Like Shanks got all this and that, and then we got Stabs over here just giving us a piece of it. No, I want the whole load.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I feel you though.
Yeah. But all right, guys, that's it for the chapter. Just want to say thank you. Yeah.
Yo, you know what? I got it. You're right. You're right.
What'd they say?
They said no trauma dumpings.
Yeah, that got mad side.
You're right, dog. You're right. My fault, gang. My fault. I thought I was just being fat, but you're right.
Yeah, but let's get into the super chats. Let's read
Yeah.
all of them, and if we have enough time, we'll do.
There's a decent amount of super chats left.
So,
we'll
guys,
see.
please like the video if you haven't.
Yeah. Another 2 from Night Lion. It says, "Fine, I'll start with the law tax. Hashtag take off the shades fund." Wow.
No.
Never happened, bro.
Another 2.
It almost happened.
Yo, Lawrence be forgetting that he don't have his shades on sometimes, man. We be having to remind him. Another 2 from Meeks. Zoro versus Yami from Black Clover, I guess. I think that's his name, right?
Oh, Yami? Yeah, he splits dimensions with his sword.
So is he winning?
Zoro wiping.
Oh, okay. Another 5, Canadian from Morningstar. It says, "Guys, find you someone who looks at you the way Larry looks at Seb." Hashtag Larry Tag.
I look at all of them. I give them the attention they deserve. That didn't sound great.
Yo, what?
Yo, y'all be talking, so I look.
Oh, man. Bro.
And when I don't look, people be like, "What's wrong with Larry? Why is it? Is
I
he
know-
annoyed with them?"
I know I'm cute, man. I know it.
Okay.
No,
bro.
it's
I
weird.
even opened the shirt up a little bit today. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's weird.
He's got the taco
it's gonna
meat showing.
It's gonna sound really weird. I swear it's not the first time I heard someone text that. I swear it's not the first time. I swear I heard
About
this
what?
before.
Me looking
That
at the
same
records?
super chat? It might have been the same person. Who knows?
Tell you, bro, I don't win, bro.
There's no winner for
I don't
you.
look at you. I look at you. I look at the table. Never wins, bro.
You think I'm cute, man?
Sure, bro.
Look at me, man.
Look at me, man.
You're not my type.
Look at me, man.
If you were female, you wouldn't be my type, bro.
It's because I'm not a thick
You-
Latina.
But you're my. But you got the thick part down, right?
Not in the right places. Got another 40 from Kanal Dashiwal. It says, "First super. What's your hear me out ship? LOL."
Hear me out. Ship
Mm-hmm. In One Piece?
in One Piece.
I had the craziest ship of all time with Hawkins and Madame Charlie, so I'll stick with that one.
Hawkins and Madame Charlie.
They both like to predict the future.
I get it. I see it.
Okay.
And it's MLK Day, man.
Okay.
Interracial couples.
Loki. Luffy and Viola.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Lawrence, you got one, bro?
No.
Come on, man.
Listen, man.
That's crazy.
Come on.
They could have
man.
worked that out.
Just for other ships, I always liked Kobe and what's old girl's name?
Body.
Nah, not Habari. Rebecca. I liked Kobe and Rebecca.
Rebecca's super 15, but I get you.
Isn't Kobe like 15?
No.
He's gotta be like Chopper's age, right?
Yo, is it? Yeah, Kobe's young, bro. Am I tripping?
Kobe's like 17, I think. 18.
Is he?
I think so.
I thought Kobe was.
Maybe.
Anyway, another 10
I might be wrong.
from Sunny D. Montez. It says, "Just got fired from my job. Dang. Thanks for all the laughs during my time there." With a heart emoji. We moving on to bigger and better. I'll try my best to pay the tax. Larry, please leave my kids alone. Hashtag bust it open. Hashtag BBC. 1, sorry to hear that, Sonny.
Right.
And 2,
I'm not sorry, bro. Why are you sending us money if you
Yeah,
ain't got no
that's-
job, bro? I ain't sorry now, bro.
don't do that.
Nah, bro. Now I know why you got fired, bro.
Damn.
Priorities are mixed up, all right? Sending us bread.
I
You
hope
better
you-
keep that bread for your child, man.
I hope you don't really got kids too, man. You out of a job.
That was like
with
4
kids.
Happy Meals.
All right.
Now they starving them
Nah,
all.
man. Happy Meal's expensive now. That's like 1 Happy Meal.
I'm like that.
How do you know this, bro?
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Sorry to hear about your job. Thank you for the support.
Thank you. Larry said, "Now I know why you got fired." That's crazy.
That's wild.
All right, we got another Nakama join the ship, and Anthony Brewster. So enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Nakama. We got another 2 Australian from Teabag. It says, "Pop quiz. What's the shape of Jaya?" If I remember correctly, it's shaped like an eye.
Half a skull.
Yeah, half a skull, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. My bad. Another 5 from Joseph Newell. It says, "It's official. I'm having another daughter." Oh, dope, man. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, bro.
No sons? No sons?
Damn.
Anyway, any thoughts on naming her Nami? Wife doesn't like the name Robin. Hashtag white tax. Hashtag Larry tax. Hashtag bust it open.
Nami's a good name.
It's a good name.
Robin is like a unisex name. so she'll be able to get better jobs. To be honest, you should probably tell her that. Yeah, I think Nami's a good name.
I feel like it is. Yeah, it's unique. It's a little nerdy.
Hopefully she doesn't inherit Nami's money-hungry greediness.
Hey man, as long as she
Nami,
go with money.
Nami is kind of like a pet name though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I didn't want to say it because he about to talk about naming his daughter that, but I feel like if I had like a cat, I would name it Nami.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But do you, man? Do you?
like Vivi's another
I thought
pet
Vivi.
name.
I thought Vivi for a name, but like
It's
same
also
thing.
a pet name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vivi.
Mm.
Lily is nice. I like Lily.
Maybe stay away from the One Piece girl names, bro. They're not all great.
What's the fat girl name from Boba Hancock's sister?
Sandersonia?
There you go. There you go. Represent the girth of womanhood, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This is his daughter, bro.
All women are beautiful. You know?
Not all.
Having 2 daughters is crazy, though. You gotta start shooting.
He
for
said
a son,
another, bro. He could have like 6 daughters for all we know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's super crazy.
Put some salt in your diet. That's how you get boys.
Word.
Ancient African proverb. Another 8 from Max Brown. It says, with the 2 previous world-ending events Ja Rule mentioned, maybe Nika was involved with the first one and Joy Boy with the second. And now Luffy will be the third. Maybe.
I thought of that.
Mention that, yeah.
Yeah. Another 3 from Max Brown. Could Loki be top 20 by the end of the arc? Sure. If Loki
definitely
shows
could.
out, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
He definitely could.
People already talking about top 10, man. I mean, he ain't do nothing yet. But sure. Another
That
5
was
from
6 years ago.
Ain't that ain't a. It says, I don't disagree with Larry often, but saying Yamato can be all of the Akazaya 9 is criminal and a bad take. WSeb, hashtag Mr. Winslow, hashtag all love for you guys. Thank you.
Let's give it to Law.
I think I called you even. Lawrence, who you got, bro? Yamato or the Akazaya 9?
Yeah, actually, you called me when I was like sleeping, so I'm trying to remember what I said. It's tough, because I'm mainly thinking about. Honestly, I think the real comp is just going to be the 2 kings in Sulong form. Can she take out both of them at the same time? But then I think of her. Did she awaken? Did we see her awaken?
We saw her use.
It was a possible awakening.
It
She had a
seemed like
cloak.
she had the cloak, so it's possibly.
It might have been like the beginning stage of the awakening.
I'm not gonna. To me, it's not impossible. It's.
I don't think anything's impossible. I don't think she should be favored. Larry was like, she definitely
Okay.
got it.
Bro, you do know she's probably one shot in almost all of them.
Yo, Kaido wasn't one shot in half of them. Lawrence did present a good argument when he said it. He said they had the emotional
Charge, yeah.
charge that
Hockey
they probably
charge.
won't have
Hockey, yeah.
in a
emotional
fight
hockey
with
charge.
Yamato. Which
Yeah.
Don't matter, bro.
Because the whole Odin
it
thing.
matters, bro.
Well, real quick though. So, do you think Green Bull could do it? Because I'm thinking like the fight. You know how Yamato fighting Green Bull.
1, yes, and 2, I also didn't think Yamato would beat Green Bull. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. So, hey man,
I'm telling you, bro.
that's me.
It's like she punching through all of them, bro.
You're tripping, bro.
Like you're relying on the 2 probably strongest because they go Sulong and they need to go Sulong. So we saying we giving them home court advantage during
Plus,
the
like,
night with a full moon.
How many Jacks do you think Yamato could beat at one time? Because there's at least like 4 or 5 dudes who could fight and beat Jack.
4 or 5 of them.
Fight Jack. Plus, like the Sulongs both did it. Like not Sulong. In base, they fought Jack evenly. Neko and Inu.
Yeah, that's
Base.
And then Ashura.
Ashura
Denjiro.
and Denjiro.
fine. Yamato can fight a first commander. You do know this.
I'm saying, how many Jacks do you think she could beat at one time?
At one time,
Yeah.
9.
Hey man,
9 of them.
that's wild, bro. Big Jack disrespect, man. But whatever, he ain't do much, so I guess.
9 of them. All 9. And she's one shot in most of them.
One-shotting Jack?
Yes.
I can't say that.
Who is what? Yamato
say
one shot for that. For you to even like go there.
A number.
She
I
has the
think.
strength to do so.
Yo, so something that Brooke did? Like what are we saying right now?
Brooke shot one shot a number.
Yeah. Listen, man. I like Yamato. I think she's strong. Let me rephrase. I don't like Yamato. I do think she's strong though. But 9 Jacks?
Yeah.
Alright. We just got different ways of viewing her, I guess. We'll move on. Another 5 from Bangkok.
You don't
Blue.
like women in One Piece, bro.
It's not. No, you're overrating Yamato drastically right now.
Always, bro.
Drastically, bro.
Yeah.
I saw her hit Ulti, and Ulti wasn't knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about 9 jacks.
Yeah.
But she's also not going all out against Ulti.
Cool.
You just complained that.
Bro, you
two...
said she could one-shot 9 jacks.
Yes.
Based off what?
She has Conqueror's Haki that she's able to infuse into her weapon.
Bro.
You mean, so who's more durable? Who's more durable? Luffy and G4 or Jack? On Wano.
Yo, low-key, this is debatable. Jack was fighting for days.
I don't care.
Yo.
So
yo.
who's more durable? I'm not saying who has more endurance. Who's more durable? Who can take more damage? G4 or Luffy or Jack? On Wano.
Luffy on Wano?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Luffy.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
But
so,
yo, she not one-shot him either.
hold on. So Luffy got one shot by
By
Kaido.
Kaido.
Yes, in his base form, using one hand.
Yo, Larry. Yamato has never... Bro.
Okay, so again, let's do the math.
Yamato don't hit as hard as Kaido.
So let's do the math.
Like, she just don't.
So let's do the math, right? So Yamato in her hybrid form versus Kaido in his hybrid form. Kaido is stronger in his hybrid form than he is in his normal base form, right? So he used Conqueror's Haki. She used Conqueror's Haki and was able to tank the hit from him and then give a hit back.
Larry, I also...
Meanwhile,
okay.
G4 Luffy wasn't.
So
in base form of Kaido.
Who's more durable? G4 Luffy or Law? Because I saw that same Kaido land a clean shot on Law in hybrid.
Okay, did he?
And Law was good, bro. Law wasn't knocked out. Law wasn't dead. Law wasn't nothing.
So did he hit Zoro first or did he hit Law
He still
first?
got hit.
Understand that, but the attack is going to be significantly
Bro.
weaker.
Zoro
if
was
it's-
also good. Like, Zoro's also alive. He wasn't knocked out.
Well, that's
also-
Zoro. That's
But
plot.
also, too, I will say, it wasn't like it was the same swing. He swung on Zoro and then redid the thing to Law.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
Bro.
that. But also, too, remember
Tripping, bro.
that Kaido did also wail on Yamato. Remember when
He
he like
did.
snapped and he just going in on her?
He did. I'm not saying she's not durable. I'm saying y'all talking about she one-shotting these dudes when she hasn't displayed that, bro.
I'm saying she displayed the strength in order to combat that.
I didn't agree on the one shot.
She had the strength to combat that, which is also something that took out G4 Luffy with one hit in a weaker form of Kaido. And then you said that Kaido in that form would, since it one-shotted G4 Luffy is also more durable than...
So is Kinemon more durable than G4 Luffy? Because he took these shots too.
That was stupid.
So
was also-
you can't just dismiss things as dumb if you don't like them, bro.
We both knew that that wasn't supposed to happen.
You're using these moments
that wasn't
to
supposed
scale,
to happen.
bro. You're using them.
Right, so you
No,
gotta
but
say
you're using
durable.
plot
Come on,
point
bro.
based.
Are you
Come on,
saying
bro.
the fact that you didn't?
That's plot.
You didn't pass from it or get knocked out like is durable? Because not like they.
He didn't get back up.
Yeah, Kinemon was down for the count, and so was Luffy.
And it,
Technically, he wasn't.
and literally-
he stabbed Kaido after that.
And literally, the only reason he survived was because Law's ability somehow then put him back together.
No. I'm talking about the other one where he went full down on Kinemon. Kinemon did this and got hit.
That's what he's talking about.
No.
Where he split his body.
No, the one that split his body was when he stabbed him after that. He hit Kinemon. Kinemon should have been organed or whatever. And then Kinemon stabbed him after that because he wasn't knocked out. He wasn't dead. Again, if you call it dumb if you want, Kinemon still survived this shot.
So, but all you're explaining is inconsistency throughout Wano, which is something we've talked about consistently.
That's fine. But you're saying that I have to use this one moment of Yamato clashing with Kaido, her dad, which whatever, how he feels, and use that as the basis for where she is in strength when we have other examples of what Kaido can do or can't do. You get what I'm saying? You're saying this one is law, this is BS. I'm saying we can't do that. We have to take the whole scope.
The whole scope was that plot was heavily involved. And some people got away with some very, very
Listen,
questionable
bro.
things.
You can pick and
We've
choose where
said
a
that.
plot is, though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so Luffy gets one shot.
Luffy shouldn't have been one shot by Kaido then.
Did Kaido use Conqueror's Haki on Luffy and his G4 form?
Maybe.
No.
We don't know.
No, when he first hit Luffy the first time, no, he didn't.
So
When he knocked him out in that first hit.
How
Yeah,
is
he
that
did.
not
Okay,
an inconsistency then?
okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So Luffy gets stronger, by the way, right? And he gets whatever.
But that version of Luffy was more durable than the version of Kinemon that got hit with the Ragnarok shot.
Again, that was bull, bro. Because if Kaido is way stronger and he's using all these more
if we're
advanced
gonna pick and
Conqueror's
choose
moves,
what's BS and what's not,
bro,
then,
but we knew
you
what was
get I'm
BS.
saying?
We knew that was BS because it didn't match up.
Listen, man. She not one shot in 9 jacks, bro. I'm sorry.
Jack don't go that hard, bro.
Yamato don't go that hard.
Yamato don't go that hard, but she was the only other person to face Kaido one-on-one and survive. And you always chalk it up to be...
That's her dad.
It don't matter, bro.
Yo, bro.
He was willing to kill her.
Maybe.
He put on explosive cuffs in order if she ever left.
To restrain her.
No, if you went out of bounds, you're dead.
Listen, bro.
She couldn't believe he was willing to do that.
Listen, bro. She not one shot in 9 jacks. Anyway, we got another 5 from Bangkok Lou. It says, how do you think Shanks found out he was a celestial dragon? And do you think you know? And who do you think knows? I guess is what it says. Hashtag let's get topped off. We don't know if he knows at all.
Yeah, they never said that Shanks knows. Because I doubt they would just go up and tell him, you know what, Shanks? You got celestial dragon blood. Like, what would be the purpose?
Yeah, I don't know that he knows. So I don't have a good answer.
Same. I don't have a good answer.
Another 10 from Sincere. It says, who y'all got? Toph from Avatar versus Kid. Toph, my girl, man. Shout out Toph.
Kid.
It's Kid.
Which version of Toph we talking about?
Don't matter.
It matters.
It's Kid, bro.
Yo, it matters, yo.
It doesn't matter, bro.
Yo.
Sebastian.
She can metal bend all she wants, bro.
Yeah.
She wasn't even the best metal bender in her verse.
And you're getting Kid's a conqueror and One Piece taking abilities.
Yo.
With a pretty
Toph
strong
kinda
ability if you
broken,
use
bro.
it better.
Toph from LOK kind of broken, bro. But I'm not mad at Kid. I'm going to go Toph because Toph was my favorite character in Avatar. So. Another 5 from Rono Ronan. It says, love when you boys start cooking with the knowledge. Everyone liked the vid. Please subscribe. And we didn't forget, pay that Sebi tax. Hashtag goes. Hashtag Sebi tax. Who you put up to this, bro?
I didn't put nobody up to anything, bro. I won't entertain it.
Another 10 from The Easy. It says, yo, Seb, I've been rewatching the old DDTs, and in the first couple episodes, you said 3v3 could come. You think like a knockout tourney style would be cool, where the one who wins keeps going. Hashtag RP Shin. Hashtag Spaghetti Shin. All the DDTs are on the table. I just got to figure out how I'm doing it. So, thank you. We got another 5 from The Easy. It says, oh, and for some reason I checked my pay stub, and for some reason I got a new deduction called hashtag Larry Tax.
Somebody gonna meme this and it's gonna go viral, bro. Like, they're gonna show their pay stub and it's gonna say, like, and there's gonna be a deduction.
Oh, it's tax season. So, we got another Nakama who joined the ship in Smooth Weeb. Enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Nakama. We got another 280 Canadian from John Ige? I don't know. Who's the top schemer? Blackbeard, Crocodile, or Dofi? Blackbeard's more lucky than the other two, I would say.
Definitely Dofi.
Yeah, I think Dofi as well.
Yeah, he was the most successful out of all of them, really, too, for like a longer period of time.
It's not about how grimy you are.
Yeah.
It's about how much of a schemer you are.
Yeah.
And Dofi had, like...
He had his hands in everything.
Everything.
Everything, bro.
Everything, bro.
Everything. Yeah. Another 10 from Creator Keon. It says, to teach someone whose way of life is wrong, they got to be broken down physically, mentally, and or spiritually to a point they can't resist new information flowing in. And that after that is hope. Hashtag TOPT. Damn, Creator. Out here today. But I agree.
Bars.
Another 5 from Tyrone Bigums. It says, happy MLK Day, gentlemen. Larry, show Seb a clip of Marielona, please. That man has to know how amazing she is.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag Larry Tags. Hashtag Red Balls gives me strength.
I forgot to send y'all
Give
the
me
clip.
wings.
I'll send it in a group chat on my way home.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Another 15 months at Warlord status from Luffy Nick. It says, where the 4 Gorosei at? Can we get a 4th tier called Holy Tribute? Hashtag Larry Tags. Hashtag tax season is here. It's coming at some point, the cosplay.
Yeah,
Those are
I'm searching for the wig maker still.
another 10 from Gerardo Ramirez. It says, "Who do y'all believe will be Yonko post the end of the series? Luffy would be the Pirate King, so he would be excluded. Would the revolutionaries join the New World government and run it properly? Hashtag Larry Tax." If there's a Pirate King, I don't think there can be Yonkos. It kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I'm the king.
Unless they become the Pirate King's commanders.
That's crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah, I just don't think you can have a Yonko system if you have a Pirate King. That kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it'll be the ones that are already set as Yonko. They would be the Yonkos. Like, I'm talking about at the time when Luffy becomes it or is about to become it. Whoever set Yonko.
No, but what I'm saying is basically for Luffy to become Pirate King, he has to defeat Blackbeard. He has to defeat Shanks or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's not like, all right, we gotta get a new guy in here. And if it's the end of the series, technically the world government is the one that create this Yonko title. Not necessarily, but like the news creates this like, this is a new Yonko.
Yeah.
And whether they're running territories, et cetera, et cetera. If the series is over, right, unless Luffy's gone, are we gonna have, I mean, we might still have pirate territories.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I just don't think a Yonko system works if there's a Pirate King. How I'm the king and these are the other kings. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to me.
And the Revs, for that question, remember, they kind of, they want to give it back to the people. And this is maybe, like, I guess, helping push the people's will, so to speak. That's why they'll have it, but ultimately they're not trying to rule over the people. They're trying to free the people. So I don't know if they would align themselves with creating another government. I don't think that's what they want. Unless it's just to ensure their safety.
I do believe that they understand there does need to be a government, some sort of sanctioning body over the land. I hope Dragon has an answer for that. That's the one thing that I think is that I hold out hope for him as a character. Like, that he's not just like, we're overtaking this and then we'll have to figure it out. Like, I hope there's a plan in place.
But that's where also, too, where, in a way, the Marines could kind of serve as. You guys, like, police, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Another 10 from Sick Gamer. It says, will Zoro's blades become the strongest blades when he becomes the strongest swordsman, or does he need to obtain the strongest blades to become the strongest swordsman? That's a good question. It's like a chicken or the egg kind of thing.
Yeah, but the swords are not going to make Zoro what he is. Zoro's going to make it himself, and he's going to either level up his blades. And going by that question, that's why I said before, I want Zoro to, or believe he's going to forge black all his blades, making his blades great, and then be able to handle him being the world's greatest swordsman. But it's not like he needs a great sword. Oh, that leveled me up to be the world's greatest swordsman. To me, that wouldn't make you it.
But do you think that comes before or during or after the fight with Mihawk? You know what I'm saying? I think that's the question, really. Like, will the fight with Mihawk forge the blades black, or will they be black when he enters the fight with Mihawk?
To me, that could go either or, but to me, it should happen before the end of the show. You know,
Okay.
But I could see it happening before, and I could see it happening during. Maybe he gets 2, and the last one he forges black. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's a good question, though. Another 5 from Drew. It says, now that Garling is the god of science, will he have the same yokai form as Saturn? Is it special to each person, or can it be transferred to others? I personally hope that he has his own thing going on.
Word, yeah.
Saturn's stuff was dope. I actually enjoyed it a lot, but it didn't do much. Like, Chopper took that. It was alright, bro. Like, I'm trying to see something crazy. You read this one already? Another 5 from NYC Anime Nerd. It says, do you think Shanks could be a catalyst for the Nika fruit? That's why there's a second one made by the government so they could find it. I would hope not. I don't want Shanks to be that kind of special, personally. I never have.
It's funny, when I was mentioning about the 3 things, Liberator, Destroyer, and Joy and Laughter, I did think of Shanks, but I didn't add him. When I was talking a lot about it, I added Shanks, because I could see in the beginning when you first see Shanks, I see him more as, like, you know, someone that was Joy and Laughter, because how he was with his crew, right? And I could see Shanks as a Destroyer. You see how he does, like, he just takes out people. The only problem is, as of right now, I don't see him as a Liberator. You know, even though his people, the people around him love him to death, like, you know, but I don't see him as a Liberator yet. So for that aspect, I don't see the whole Nika lining up fully yet. But I don't know Shanks' exports as a pirate either. We know nothing about him. But yeah.
Another 5 from Med Gaiman. It says, do you think that Loki was a Yonko, and when Shanks beat him and chained him up, which made Shanks a new Yonko at that time? Loki was a pirate. No. I don't. It doesn't seem like he was pirating long enough or had enough following or territory to be a Yonko.
That boy stepped out 100 yards and got bodied.
I don't want to disrespect him like that, but you got to do a lot to be a Yonko, bro.
Yeah.
You can't just step outside and be a Yonko. That's why even the defeating of Loki shouldn't be enough to make Shanks a Yonko, personally.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to be more, which is why I still think my Shiki thing has legs, bro.
He probably became a Yonko after he obtained Elbaf.
Which would make sense.
Yeah.
Word, yeah.
Another...
They were like, you got Elbaf? Gotta make you emperor, dog.
Another 10 Canadian from Smooth Weeb. It says, called it last week. God's Knights aren't born celestial dragons. They're strong commoners made honorary CDs. By the way, thank you all. The praying emoji. You inspired me to open my One Piece YouTube channel in Spanish. I'm Mexican. Hashtag
Hey.
it's Smooth Weeb.
Yo,
that's what's up.
talk about One Piece, but like have Mexican food near you.
Yes.
Yo,
yes.
I'm telling you, bro.
And a
There's
gordita.
nobody. Yeah, nobody's doing it, bro. Straight up. just like have a fajita sizzling.
Some tostadas, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like right next to you with some salsa and chips, and like the guac, and like
a fine torta.
yeah, have a torta mami right next to you, dog. Just super torta. You know what I'm saying? And then just talk, but like eat while you talking. The Mexican food.
ASMR. Lawrence isn't going for the
Telling you,
lane.
bro.
This is your lane now.
Listen, bro.
Mexican ASMR One Piece, bro.
Listen, Mexican women, Mexican food. It's been no better combination, dog.
It's facts, bro. I've been to Mexico.
Yeah, sometimes Mexican men don't look the best, but like they,
No, true. You probably do, bro.
the women in food is amazing, bro.
Yeah. Another 5 from
And they're already gonna think highly of you because like hard workers.
All right, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So they know you working really hard on your YouTube, bro. These are sometimes racism is positive. Bro.
Come on, man. It's MLK Day, bro.
It is.
Another 5. Actually, we got another 2 Canadian from Smooth Weeb. It says also Gunko's does look really similar to Lilith.
I don't think I could live without Mexican food. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I live in Passaic, bro. I get Mexican food so
I'm
much.
serious, bro. I can't. Like I think like it's essential to my being. Like if Mexican food didn't exist, I have to eat like German food. And
No, you
what's
wouldn't.
what's that?
Why would you
know what I'm
get
saying?
to German
Damn, what's
food?
that, bro?
It's sauerkraut sandwiches, bro.
What is that, bro? Yeah, it don't even sound good.
Right.
Yeah,
That-
you're gonna take that over a fajita?
This is getting racist.
No, I was
No.
The sauerkraut sandwiches was my reaction.
Germans
that
made
is-
hamburgers.
The burger.
The burger. Listen, man. All I'm saying is, you know what? Never mind.
I love Mexican food,
I
man.
love
do.
Mexican food.
You almost make me forget about.
Your best friend for a second was Mexican.
Box was never Mexican.
Was he not?
He's Costa Rican and Puerto Rican. He just looked Mexican. It's like a really weird mix. I've never seen another one. Well, I guess his sister was.
Viva la Mexico, bro. That's it. And plus, they got what's that day where they all drink? It's the Independence Day, right? For
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, bro. That's one of the best holidays.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, bro.
There's always boxing on.
Mexican boxers are really good.
Some of them.
Yeah, they got hard
Shout out
heads.
to Canelo, man.
Yeah, shout out to Canelo.
Fighting
He's probably
Terrence
not
Crawford.
Mexican, though.
He's Mexican.
Yeah.
There's some Irish in there, bro. He got red hair.
They got gingers over there. There's like 2. He one of them, but they there.
He not too.
Bro, I gotta finish these, bro. Another 5 from NYC Anime Nerd. We learned there has been 2 dawns, so Nika and Joy Boy prior. It's also the year of the snake, our Boros decision that keeps on being wrong. What? I don't know, bro. Hubris decision, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what this word is. Ouroboros? I'm blanking. Sorry, anime NYC nerd. I keep saying his name wrong too. We got another 10 from Yamato's OnlyFans. Wow. Caught up on Apple Podcasts. Finally made a live Love your podcast. Have to pay my late Larry tax. Hashtag Larry
God.
tax. Hashtag Law's the best. Hashtag Seb hates Fishman. This is what the Apple podcast saying. Hashtag CGI Lionel. Hashtag bring back the DDT. Were DDTs
Thank
even
you.
on the Apple pods? Were they? I guess.
You know what we should do next episode? We should get like a Mexican catering.
All right, bro. Don't do it next. I'm not gonna be here next episode. Wait till I get
Yo,
back.
we should do that.
Wait till I get
Just
back.
have mad food, bro.
Wait till I get back.
Oh my god.
We
What
got
if I got like a some you know the band?
sombreros.
That's what they call it, the band. In the back.
Oh, mariachi band.
Mariachi band in the back, and then we're like eating for like 20 minutes, and then we
On
have
stream?
some fine Mexican woman just sitting here singing to us. And
Sounds-
this is where all the money from the pot is gonna go.
Marv like, as long as I'm eating, bro, we good.
yeah. Marv's like, yo, I'm down, bro.
We got another 10 from Ramsthetics. It says, hey gang, love what y'all do and look forward to Mondays because of y'all. Also, in your opinion, what anime has the best plot? One Piece. Hashtag Larry Tax, hashtag tax season, hashtag Law the Goat, hashtag TLPT.
Thank you.
I'll let y'all give other answers if you want. But
No, it's
to
One
me,
Piece.
it's One Piece top one.
Yeah.
Another 5 from NYC Anime Nerd. It says, funny story about the live action Usopp, aka Jake Gibson, was my bunkmate for 6 years, even every summer at Jewish sleepaway camp.
What?
For real?
Jewish sleepaway camp?
What even is a Jewish sleepaway camp, bro?
Do you have to be Jewish?
I don't know.
What do they do there? Just like
This one time at Jewish sleepaway camp.
this is one time at Jewish camp. I really don't know what they
Yo,
do,
bro,
bro. Like, what do they do there?
They practice.
Do they
bar
become
mitzvahs,
more
bro.
Jewish?
Dude,
Like, I don't understand.
Right.
They
I don't
probably
know,
learn
bro.
Yiddish, bro.
Do they?
I don't know. What do we?
Charlotte.
I don't know, bro.
I hope they don't wear like
They wear
you
the
know,
yarmulkes and.
I hope they don't wear like the suits because they be suited out. They're really they wear suits, right?
They be in my way, bro.
I hope they don't wear suits camping. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of
I
crazy.
feel like we don't know enough Jewish people. I think that's the problem.
I've seen Jewish people around though.
So what's it? Y'all better
Shut-
be careful.
Yo, right? Yo, facts. Yo, facts. We wild. We about to be shut all the way down. It's not the Larry tax. This is what'll get us. Another 5 from DJ. It says, how involved is Oda with the anime? I don't think he's that involved. I might be tripping.
Nah.
I don't think he's that involved.
He saw that cracker and Van Olger scene and said,
All right, shut this all down. Shut it all down.
I've been busy for one day.
Another 10 Canadian from Smooth Weeb, the Mexican YouTuber on One Piece. It says, theory. Roger got sick for protecting Shanks like Shanks lost his arm protecting Luffy. That's why he cried after Raftel, because Roger told him he found no cure. That's why he won't have kids on his ship. What are you laughing at, bro?
And I don't know about that one.
Yo, bro, delete that, bro.
What? Which
delete
one?
it, bro. Delete it, bro.
Which one? What are you talking about?
Nah, it's something that Hutchin said, bro.
I
Yo,
didn't see
Hutchin,
it.
I can't do it, bro. I gotta remove it, bro.
Is it deleted already? I don't see it
I
at all.
delete it. I delete it. I'll tell you off air.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotta delete it though. Can't have it.
Apparently,
That's too
Jewish
much.
camp is just a camp for Jewish people, which makes sense. What do y'all do there? Another 5 from S. Bro, I gotta get through this. We got 2 minutes left.
Why they go into that?
Come on, bro. Come on. Shut up. Shut up. I was gonna make that joke earlier, and I stopped myself.
Yo,
Shut
bro.
up, bro.
Yo,
Shut up.
bro, what's going
Shut
on?
up. Shut up.
At least they're having fun. At least they're having fun. They're probably rowboating.
I hate you so much. Another 5 from SC615. It says, sorry, boys, just got to the stream. I'll catch up with the VOD. Hot take, Loki is stronger than YC1 based on God's nice invite. Hashtag Larry Tax. He better be stronger than YC1's, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Another 5 from Molesnack. It says, what do you think would be cooler if Shanks and his lookalike had the exact same power level, or if one was stronger than the other? I would hope Shanks is stronger than this dude.
Yeah, facts.
Another 6 months at Yanko from Gerardo. It says, should there be any form of media that continues the Straw Hat story or characters in that world of One Piece that does not include Oda's input or permission? Absolutely not. We gonna eat some of these sea beast enchiladas. That would be nice. No.
Enchiladas too. It's just all perfect food.
We got another.
I get mad too when I go to a restaurant that's Mexican.
We don't
and
have time, bro.
The people that are working there ain't Mexican.
I feel you on that.
Yo, bro.
I feel you on that, though.
Like, go get your aunt that doesn't speak English. Like, I don't want you to take my order. I need you to need help understanding me. That's how Mexican I want the restaurant to be.
We got another 5 from Ronnie Meatball. It says, in 1136, Usopp boasts about taking down Oars. Is this his first honest boast, making him already a great warrior of the sea, or just taking all the cred?
Just taking all the cred.
Probably just taking all the cred. Another 280 from Garbage D Fishman. It says, did Law shower today after the gym? Hashtag stay odor free.
Yes, I showered.
Okay. Another 2 from King Ray. When y'all putting Moogie on the pot again? Whenever, man. Shout out to Moogie Water No Goofy.
Yeah, that's the boy.
That's the boy. All right, that's all Super Chat. Sorry we didn't get the calls.
Oh, man. Listen, bro. It was a good episode, yo. Shout out to all people of all nationalities. We love you. I'm like 15. So I do wish I had like a Mexican aunt that could cook me food. But I got Puerto Rican aunt.
Bro, wrap us up, bro. We ain't dying. Like, what are you doing?
I gotta pee, bro.
Yo, what are we doing right now, bro?
Listen, man. Thank you guys so much for all the super chats. Thank you to all the Spotify and Apple Podcast listeners. Thank you for all the things that you've super chatted today. Listen, man, you guys are amazing, bro. I can never say enough, especially for all the people that just stay here for all 3 hours. I truly hope we bring some like laughter to you. You know, a lot of our podcast is just jokes, so please do not take us seriously like that because that's crazy.
They said Larry thinking about the tortas.
I am thinking about the tortas. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you, to the females that happen to be in our YouTube chat as well. We greatly appreciate you. Guys, make sure you respect them too, all right? And to everybody that's at home, stay safe from the cold weather. Make sure you're good. Make sure you have enough water and gas in your car. And we will see you next week. So Seb ain't going to be here, though. Yeah. Me and Law will, though. All right? It'll probably be
hopefully the Lino.
Yeah. The Larry and Larry show.
I'm glad you're able to admit it.
All right. Other than that, my name is Larry.
Lawrence. Seb.
And Lionel. And this is that One Piece Talk. Jana.